That's why 7-Eleven is mid-conversation.
Did I do face painting?
Oh my gosh, it's freaking out. Hello, everybody! Welcome back to Downstage Dungeons. How you doing, Cass? Apologize for the late start today. It's just one of those days. It happens. Had some technical issues, but we should be back. We should be raring to go. And there's a lot, as you can see from the battle camp below me, there's a lot happening. So we're going to jump back into initiative in a second. I still have the initiative rolls from last time, so we should be good.
Dang it.
Though I forgot to look up whose turn it was.
It was his turn, because he was attacking me. It was its turn.
Oh, you win the stream dive?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry for the abrupt. And also, last week, it was just internet went gone and it didn't come back. So hopefully our internet stays this time. It's been good so far. Knock on wood, somebody. Chat and the wall. Anyways, before we dive into today's adventure, today's question. I'd want to keep it simple and short because we're jumping back into content and we want to content and combat. So, your character's core philosophy, how would you describe it in one word? One word to describe what your character is deep, deep, deep down. You get one word. Come on. Okay, you get one word to do it. In other news, it's Amber's birthday today. Happy birthday! Yay. So yeah, that also happened. She has a great hat, which you can't really see because of the lighting. Do this. Do this. There it is. It's the Downstage Dungeons logo. Hey, that's us. That's the show we're on now. Wow, that's crazy. We're live. I know. That's what I'm saying. Anyway. Yeah, thanks for watching, and then thanks for bearing with us. We're gonna play Dungeons and Dragons. We're nerdy theater kids. Welcome to the top of the show. Reagan.
Liberty.
Liberty. Interesting. Aaron. Zap.
I think of a lot of really stupid words.
Lightningy.
Lightning.
It's lightning.
Lightning.
Choo-chow.
Kershew.
Loyal.
Are we allowed to explain
No
why?
helping.
Sorry.
Or just
Just like a little bit.
Okay.
Just brevity. If you'd like.
Can we pass over, Aaron?
Can we see it?
Parker.
Anarchy.
Yeah.
Okay, get out.
You know
Ever.
Justice.
Justice.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Leslie.
Pessimistic.
Oh.
Jonah.
I would say breathe for a few different reasons. Air Genasi, but also just like what he's been through. So breathe.
Breathe. Erroneous.
Something and anything.
I don't know if I'm surprised. I like this.
What's the word for when you love somebody but they don't love you?
Devotion.
What'd you say?
Devotion.
Devotion.
Okay, Jonah.
There's no...
Okay. Interesting.
Okay, Jonah.
Oh, you read my text.
I did.
Got it.
Anarchy was good.
Yeah.
Ran it down.
Good lobe.
I'm gonna...
Oh, you guys remember the gods I make up.
Oh, good
I like
lobe.
you. All right.
Son of a...
I feel like it's been a while. We played last week, right? I feel like it's been a long time.
Yeah. And it was just a weird 3-week session. Vibes were all kind of funky.
Yeah, it was one for the books for sure. Regardless,
We need to do jumping jacks or something.
let's dive back into the world.
Jazzercise.
So,
Anyone.
diving back previously,
Oh, this song.
while making your way through the Sethik Valley, Dex steered you guys right into a whirlpool.
Anarchy!
all suffer a point of exhaustion.
Can I have a pencil?
Yeah. You all, after catching up with Talarian, Prince Talarian, although only known to some of you as from that title, young TJ, you basically caught up with your old ally, friend, kind of still awkwardly figuring out the relationship there. After catching up for a while, Dex steered you guys right into a whirlpool in the dunes. And at the bottom, this large insectoid creature and bugs and different creatures like kind of crawling in and out of this whirlpool, swirling it around. Two large primantis-looking skittering creatures jumped on, battling Dex and Kevin. To start off, Dex, can you just roll initiative for me?
I would love to.
You'll hop in the next initiative order next round.
Very nice.
I got an 18.
18.
That was a good initiative roll.
Thank you.
All right. When we cut out, it was large homeboy in the center's turn. So, that being said, as you and Dex driving together try to steer your way in, there's just bouncing, and it doesn't go the way you expect it. You just kind of, there's like a sideways momentum bounce, and you pull on the gas as much as you can to get away, slowing it down a little bit. On its turn, it's going to do first things first. You hear this.
Cool.
Dex.
Cool.
Dex, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
I get +2. So that comes out to 14.
14 fails.
Damn.
As you hear the screech of this creature that's like even just halfway sticking out of the ground is massive and starting, like from where you are away from it, it towers over even the ship to where it is.
It's almost too
Into the sky.
This isn't gonna end well.
Your ears ring with the screaming chattering of this creature. You are paralyzed.
Oh,
sucks.
that's cool.
Oh, great heavens!
That is not cool.
Oh, they just look like a
Joan, you missed your last turn, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So you will be no
Oh, I'm
longer
back.
paralyzed at the beginning of your turn. However, Dex will be paralyzed.
Was that was that a
Paralyzation
There's
stuff.
wisdom.
Wisdom.
It's also going to take some spit attacks.
Paralyzed, so it's more like a...
Attacks.
Yes, it's been spitting loogies that hurt.
Spit, not spit.
One is going to go at TJ.
How dare he?
Roll correctly, please. That hits. One's going to go at Lucky. Does a 27 hit.
Ah!
And one is going to go at Geo, which is a natural 20. Starting off strong,
That
everybody.
hits, I
Did
Yeah,
you ever
come.
learn the gas?
Absorb elements if it's poison. Is it poison?
It's acid.
Acid. Sorry, it's not. It's acid is the one. So absorb elements level 1.
Okay.
So half damage.
Oh, so sorry. I fought so much with Zazor, I was grabbing Zazor's damage dice. Okay. So on Lucky, halved is going to be 21 halved. So 11.
11.
Yep. On Geo,
Am I allowed to use bend luck and then roll a d4 to get rid of that natural 20 and spend 2 sorcery points? It says I can do it as a reaction.
it was a critical success, and it'll already be kind of. For this, I'll probably say no, unless it makes me re-roll. Okay, so that's gonna be. $38 points of acid damage with the natural
Are you
20.
done?
Are you sure I can't bend luck?
It's 8d6 plus 6.
You say
with the critical.
38?
38 damage acid.
Wow.
Are you up?
I'm still up.
Hey, yo.
Level 8! And then the damage on TJ is going to be exactly 26.
Ouch.
That's a lot of damage.
So
Okay.
that was 6d8?
It's usually 4d6, and it was 8d6 because it was double damage. Okay. Next up is going to be, after its turn, Emmerich, you're on a magic carpet.
I was gonna ask you a question. Darn it.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. That's fine.
Sorry, this
Moonbeam
initiative
is
might-
still active, correct?
What?
Moonbeam is still active?
Yes.
Wonderful. So should I roll?
Yeah,
Is
please.
it... Did it save?
Yes.
Meh.
I think so. 16? 16 saves,
Yeah.
right?
So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, so 13 halves.
13 halves.
Rounded
Okay.
down.
So okay. So yeah, it's just kind of still shimmering. There's just like a nice shimmer on like the right shoulder of this thing.
Cool. And then can I fly over to Joan?
Absolutely.
Cute.
And then just grab her. From what I see, is the ship, because is it closer? Which side is it closer to? Like, if I were to go around, because right now it's like on the other side.
Yes.
Sorry, some words. Which direction is closer around the thing? Would you say?
Around this way,
That's
technically,
closer.
but either way, it's about 80 feet. Unless you go straight over, it would be like, I'll say 60.
Okay. Can I grab Joan on the carpet, and then can I make my way? Well, because they're going this way. I want to go around this way.
So grabbing Joan will take your action.
I'm flying.
And she's flying as a butterfly princess, and she's no longer paralyzed,
Maybe 1 minute on that.
which is 10 turns,
I know, but still.
which means you have 8 left.
What?
Up to you,
Okay. I'm good for now.
Aaron. Can you go turn off the dehumidifier?
Okay. Can I just go over? How are you looking health-wise, babe? Joan.
29 out of 42. So not super great, but I'm
Better
fine.
than me. Can I hold an action to? How close am I to the moonbeam?
Like 20 feet.
20 feet.
Yeah. This thing is massive, and you're flying actually very close to it.
Okay. When me and TJ did our little thing,
Yeah.
how big was it?
Oh, you couldn't see. It was too bright. It was kind of like a flash.
How far away from it was me? What were we? When
You
it
were
happened?
pretty close to it, but it was still your concentrated magic. Just
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I reach into Joan's bag of holding and think mana?
Sure.
Okay.
This would be your action.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Can I throw it at the moonbeam as a bonus action?
You
Or no?
have tried this before with Mord's bag, and there is nothing in there.
There's nothing in there.
No.
Oh well, then I guess that's my turn. Can I heal as a bonus action?
If you-
Healing word.
Sure.
Cool.
You didn't cast a spell.
I'll do that at
Okay.
level 3, 4. What's
You're at their
that,
deck?
60 feet? Is the boat within 60 feet of us, or no?
No.
Okay.
Not quite.
I'll-
Oh, if you go directly across, yes, it would be within 60 feet. Just Lucky and TJ.
That's okay. I'll heal Joan because I don't want her falling
Okay.
out of the sky.
Okay. Next up are the boobs on the ship.
The boobs.
Who's gonna attack Kevin?
Rude.
That's gonna be a natural 20.
Totally good, bruh.
That's 2 already.
No crit damage.
No,
guys.
disadvantage.
Joan.
I'm within 5 feet of him.
Yes, you are.
Joan. 8.
Would have been really crazy for the second half. 19 to hit.
Okay, shield.
Okay.
I got 2 moves.
So as you go to it goes to lunge and bite at you, you see Lucky kind of bring her shield around, but like just kind of goes around, and you see that it's still gonna get you, and you kind of like put your hand on her shield as it goes in front of you, and there's just a that goes from the shield out. So you expand the ability of her shield magically with a crackle of lightning, and it protects you. The next attack is going to be on Dex.
Oh, I just used it. Sorry.
Did you get my text?
Natural 20! Holy crap!
Oh no! I should have.
I rolled 3!
Stop it.
Did you get my text?
I'm looking at her now.
I am pretty bummed.
No.
Alright.
Hi, pretty bum.
DC was
I'm
17,
down.
I'll tell you.
Okay, cool.
Wow, now, holy crap.
Do you have
Okay.
children?
So on this is on, did I say Dex or Geo?
Dex.
Dex.
So just take me out of my process.
No,
and I get hit?
unfortunately. No.
Okay.
I'm changing my.
That's gonna be
Yes, it's 2.
18 points of slashing damage as it bites down your shoulder. You were kind of like had your hands on the wheel at the time, so it caught you unawares. I also need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me. Oh, I'm so sorry. Strength. Strength saving throw.
Tomorrow. I just want to
20.
be blue.
20 save. So as it bites down into you, like there's like these smaller legs on its chest that kind of try to close in on you and trap you in its maw, and you just kind of sidestep out of it, and there's a clash.
Oh, wait, I'm paralyzed. I can't make strength saving throws.
That's true, I think.
Dadgum.
I shouldn't have said anything, but look at me being honest.
Automatically fails strength and dex save. So yeah, you are now paralyzed and grappled.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, yikes.
I know. Being a sorcerer, I should probably have some healing.
Kevin, I actually need a strength saving throw. Oh wait, no, you casted shield. Excuse me. Wow, I've rolled 6 times. I have a 50% natural 20 rate right now.
You really
That's
do.
fine. I'm having a great time. Okay, top of the round is Dex. Dex, your turn pretty much doesn't happen because you are incapacitated. However, your paralysis ends at the end of your turn.
Josh.
Okay.
So you finally find yourself able to move your muscles again, only to be entrapped in like these like sharp, hairy pinchers of these creatures.
Can I set a reaction?
You can use a reaction still if
I
you need
can't
to.
because it can't cast a spell.
No.
So, but if I get any more damage from this guy, I want to set Hellish Rebuke.
You cannot ready a reaction, but if you do take damage, you still can use your reaction. So it doesn't require it.
You
Yes?
skip me. I'm after Emmy. Before top of the round.
Oh yeah, because you always roll the lowest.
Definitely rolled the lowest.
Sorry, Lucky, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna cast Mass Healing Word
Okay.
on everybody.
I like the Zelda music.
Let's
This would technically happen before the damage,
Probably.
but I skipped you, so I'll take the L on that.
Okay. I'm gonna heal everybody but myself because it's only 6 people.
Okay.
So everybody but me, and that's 1d4 plus 2. It's a baby heal.
Thank you.
Oh, I missed. That's 4. 4 HP.
Everyone gets 4 HP.
Yo.
You heal
So
me.
sweet, thank you.
And then I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray. No, I'm not. I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame.
That's a cantrip, right?
Yeah.
But is that a bonus action?
We both
No, healing, Mass Healing Word is.
Right. Okay.
So I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame on Mr. Lovable.
Okay. 40 foot is within 4. Is it if it's a 30-foot range? He's too
It's
far.
a 60 foot.
Okay, you're good.
60 foot range.
Go ahead. He makes a dex save, right?
No. Yes. Do we have?
He fails. That's a natural 5.
That's 2d8 damage.
He's just big. It's fine. This is one of those you have to accept this and move on things.
That's 14 radiant damage.
14 radiant.
Yes.
Oh, yes, 14 radiant.
Yes, because that's my whole thing.
As you cast the flames from you, like pillars kind of appear in front of you and go and leap forward. And as it hits him, he starts writhing and reeling as there's like this secondary shine as fire kind of ripples in like multiple explosions. And that'll be your turn, Lucky?
Yes.
Great. Don't
Keep doing
deck
that.
in.
It's a cantrip.
Kevin, it's your turn. Geo, you're on deck.
Cool.
There's a nasty boog behind you.
Nasty boog. I'm going to cast Magic Missile
Okay.
at first level, 2 on this guy behind me, and then
Right?
2 on the Grappler of Dex.
Okay.
Thank you. You're so sweet.
I'm the sweetest.
Literally in love with you.
Okay, go and roll damage because magic missile just works, I
Stop
guess.
it, boys.
Magic missile just
Not at the table.
Right, not at the table, on the table.
Oh!
Hey, yo.
Hey,
Give you a
So,
high five.
7 on the one grappling Dex.
Okay.
And, ooh,
Oh, whoops. Started it in the middle, I think.
and the battle's over, the creature
10
retreats.
on the one right behind me.
10.
Yep.
That's a lot of damage.
Very nice.
It won't be homemade.
They'll just like step back a little bit. So their bodies are still actually kind of partially off the ship just because they're so large.
Did he let me go?
Josh, you should
No.
use for audiobooks.
Dude, bug sounds are hard on the vocal cords. I'm still practicing them. They're not great.
No, it's very impressive though.
All right. Is that it, Kevin?
That will be it. Yes.
Okay. Geo, you're up. Then it'll be TJ, then
Jones?
Joan. So Geo, then Joan.
I'm ready. Okay.
Yes, what would you like to do?
I would like to cast Banishment on this brother.
Oh boy.
On the big boy?
Yep.
Here we go.
That's so hot for
He
you.
is
Which save is it? Constitution?
Banishment.
Charisma.
Look at how charismatic that boy is.
Get like a
What is he on a scale of 1 to 10?
Okay.
-4.
11.
Ah, he's banished.
I
That is.
Just banished him?
As the ship is rocking and like you're barely keeping on one hand, you just try to squint and focus on this one point, and you all of a sudden you see the large writhing creature, and there's like a flash of blue light, and there's just kind of sparkles remaining as it's no longer there.
And
So let's
Geo
get out
is
of
gonna
here.
say, ciao.
Yeah.
Before it comes back.
As you do that, you see there's just a large hole in the ground now. And all the sand around you that has been stirring kind of starts to wobble a little bit and become very unstable. A lot of it's rushing towards the hole.
Okay.
So it's now falling down faster because the thing that was plugging it mostly is now gone.
So let's get out of
So
here.
what would you like to do?
Take control of the wheel.
Okay?
Geo, take the wheel.
You no longer have help.
And just floor it out.
Okay, since this, I'll say this is your movement and bonus action, make a vehicle handling check, so just d20 plus proficiency to see how well you can do this.
You seem to say your jokes louder. So
This is getting tricky with the uneven ground.
Josh,
Yeah.
I believe something was wrong recently. But it was my fault. There is mana in the bag because I stole it from the guy at the wall, remember, who was preaching. I pickpocketed him.
In the flask.
Yes. So now I have it.
You used the flask as a Mark Club top cocktail on the train.
Oh, I did.
I thought we stole some from.
No, it was used as a.
I did do that.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember.
Okay,
I thought-
Gio, what'd you roll?
I rolled a 19.
Okay.
I want to use my card.
Okay.
Do I want to use my card?
Do it! Do it!
Is this a save?
You rolled a 19?
I rolled a 19. Do you think?
No,
okay,
no,
alright,
no,
19.
no.
Okay.
You won't.
You literally are just like, okay, the fan has been hit, and you just banish something and turn the wheel as hard as you can, and just full throttle. You feel your ship kind of kick back,
Nice.
and you start on your way out. But you are still in the sands. You also, there are still boobs on the ship.
Protect me.
And remember, banishment is concentration.
Yes, protect me.
Protect me.
Please.
I have my reaction then, right?
Yes.
Gosh, I'm 16 years old.
Next up is TJ, who is just gonna attack Bugboy with his fiery sword. Swipe. Definitely hits. It's like a 21.
21.
21.
21.
And he rolled very low.
No, TJ, what are you doing?
He did like 7 damage.
He
Hey.
only rolls TJ well when it's against us.
That usually tends to be the case for most things. Yeah, TJ. Yeah, Kevin, as you're shooting magic missiles, you just see TJ kind of appear in front of you really quickly and cut the. He like the beast goes to like swipe at you with one of its pincers, and TJ just kind of like cuts it like right down the vein, and blood just pours down onto the ship.
My man.
Joan,
Yes.
it is your turn.
So the ship is
Emmy, you're on
sailing.
deck.
I'm just gonna catch up to the boat.
Okay.
You're gonna cash app?
Cash App.
We are not sponsored by Cash App.
How fast?
Pretty easy for you to do. Wait, what's your? It's 16, right?
Oh.
It just moved away. You'll have to dash.
That's okay.
Okay.
I can dash as a bonus
Okay,
action.
you want to next to TJ?
Yeah.
Cool.
Flank that.
Next to the bug.
And then can I attack the bug with my main action?
You may.
Okay. I
attack
want to attack the bug with my rapier. I don't want to use my card.
Can you sneak attack these guys?
Yeah, can I sneak attack it?
Only if you flank.
Okay.
You're flying. You can fly behind it.
Just flank it.
That is a critical fail.
Oh. Come on.
Can we get rid of these? If I rip this, will you be mad at me?
Yes. The cards are broken. There has to be some downside.
I feel like we should switch them to Cards Against Humanity cards.
You go to stab the creature from the back, but it just knows exactly where you are as it turns back and tries to grapple you. And you're kind of like, you kind of went full committal, and now you're just facing like its torso, which just has pinchers on it. Make a strength
underneath
save, please. See if it catches you.
14.
14 almost failed, but you saved. As it tries to gash you, you just fly back in a hustle. So you are still flanking it from now on. So flank benefits.
Flank benefits!
Okay, it would normally be the creature's turn, but it's really confused as to where it is right now. Keep going.
Love that.
That's right.
So, Emmerich, what would you like to do?
Can I fly close to? How wide are the bugs?
Well, let's go with like 15 by 10, 15 by 15-ish, something around that leg.
15 by 15?
They're big.
Alright, can I move Moonbeam on top of one of them without hitting any allies?
Yeah.
Solid.
You want to fly over here?
Yes.
Okay. I'll make a dex save. Wow. You rolled me 3 natural 20s, and now that's what you do. It's okay, you're trying your best.
It's con.
What?
Just letting you know.
What is?
It's con save.
That's fine. It rolled a natural 3.
That's solid.
No, that's
Hey,
happening.
yo!
Fail and save. Love it.
9.
Knock on wood,
Very
Amber.
cool and good and awesome.
Your notebook is wood.
16.
Your notebook is wood.
A lot of
Okay.
damage. Good job.
Thanks.
That's a lot of damage.
Wow,
Damage.
Yeah, as you're all gathered around this large bug, you just see a very familiar shining purple light come down on it, and immediately the layers of like bug skin start like peeling upwards and like spitting out like green blood and goo. Okay,
Graphic.
And then I'm dead.
PG-13 viewers.
makes it a little fun. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
They're bugs.
Because that's not technically casting a spell. 'cause it's already
No,
cast, right?
not technically casting.
Moving it as
Just
an
maintaining
action.
concentration.
Okay, so as a bonus action, I am going to heal. Am I close enough to heal?
Emmy, we're on your turn, yes?
Yes, TJ looks the worst, correct?
He has lost 26 hit points.
Okay, I'm gonna heal him because Gio is not within range.
Okay?
So he is going to get 2 plus 2, 4. No, actually 4, 7.
7.
Yes.
You see some of the wounds on his arm start to heal, and he like feels his arm for a second, and he looks at you.
That's all Emmy does.
Thank you.
Aww, look at him.
He's so awkward. Such an awkward dude.
I love
Hi, I'm TJ here.
It's my favorite.
Okay. Next up is Lucky.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray
Okay?
and get 3 attacks at both of these guys. Well, 3 attacks.
Amongst them.
Yeah.
Okay?
So let's roll some attack rolls.
Who'd you like to hit first?
Can I roll my things first?
Let's do one at a time, yeah.
I need 20. Today. Alright. That's a 14.
14 just barely hits.
Okay.
Nice!
Okay, roll damage one at a time.
Okay. Scorching Ray is 2d6.
I love Lucky.
Thanks.
Don't kill
So
her.
nice. That's 4.
Okay.
Not a great roll.
Okay.
Um,
Kind of singed where the moonbeam hit a little bit.
Yeah.
So that thing's still kicking. It looks rough though.
21.
Is this on the same one? Or the other one?
Sure, same one.
Okay.
21.
21 hits. Roll damage.
That's 3. I'm not rolling
3.
well.
You chip off just little bug parts on like each shoulder.
Let's hit the other guy with
Still
the
hurts.
last one.
You said 4, right?
There's 3.
The damage was 4,
Oh,
yeah?
it was 3.
Okay.
Yeah, just 3.
All right.
Scorching ray. Yeah.
Only 3 damage?
Yeah, that's a 17.
To hit. Is this the same one?
No, other scorpion.
Okay.
Other scorpion. And this is the 17 to hit.
Okay, that
I'm
hits.
using different damage dice.
I can hear it.
It's metal.
It's meta.
Oh no,
It's burning.
much better. 9 damage.
9 damage.
Woo!
Cool. 9.
Okay,
and then as a
these
bonus
things
action-
are just dripping like green blood and goo from like every orifice.
As a bonus action, I'm going to take one of my
does
elixirs
that?
to knock my AC up 1 point.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's Lucky's turn. Now it is the bug that is grappling you is going to bite you.
Do it. I dare you.
They're gonna.
Am I within 5 feet of him?
No.
Kidding.
Not on the street. Children.
Children are starting to watch.
Maybe.
They definitely watch.
Cute.
But, you know.
Oh, I did this a little bit wrong, but
Check with your
with
parents.
advantage.
It's a PG-13 stream.
It doesn't advantage.
Wow, it does have advantage because you're grappled in it.
Yes.
Yes. I don't think it's gonna hit you though. I'm rolling 4 today. 12. Yeah, it tries to bite you, but after being free of paralysis, you're kind of just wriggling, and you still have your bulky armor on, so you hear its teeth kind of just scrape the armor on your shoulder.
I think it goes up with every...
Then it's the other guy's turn. It's gonna attack Joan, which just flew behind it. Wow, I'm rolling so poor. 11 misses, Joan. Goodness gracious. Okay.
You used all your nat 20s at the beginning.
You guys are doing really great. I just want you to know that. Yeah, you guys they're trying their best. That's the end of the Book's turn. Dang. Alright, Dex. So trying to break out will probably take an action to contest the grapple.
I'm just gonna cast Inflict Wounds.
Okay, you will. That's still a melee spell attack. You'll have disadvantage, but you can do that.
No, it's just instantaneous and it's by touch. I don't think I have to hit.
I don't think that's how inflict wounds
Is it
works.
warm in here? Or is it just... What's your dex?
Make it know it's a melee spell attack.
Yes, it's a melee spell attack, so you'll roll with disadvantage because you're grappled, but you can still try.
Alright.
The AC on these things is not high.
It's 14.
Because could you spit at someone from afar and then we count? Hey man!
14 hit.
14 exactly.
3 hit points.
Roll damage for inflict wounds.
I'll cast it at the 2nd level just for fun.
Alright, next time tell me what level you're casting it
No,
before.
then I'll just go for it.
Oh.
We love that for
It's gonna be
you.
16 necrotic.
16 necrotic damage. Okay, as you do that, where your hand is, just where extending from it in like cracks, there's just this as like green goo blood just spits out of it, like shattering of ground. Let's see if it's still grappling you. It's not, as you are freed.
Yay.
And no longer paralyzed. Let's get these off you. And this thing is looking, they're both looking really,
No more
really
princess
beat up.
ashes for you.
What'd you say?
No more princess ashes for you.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
is that all, Dex?
See.
You're free, you've cast a spell.
Who's
The
yeah,
sash
that's
of
cool.
gold.
Okay. After Dex, it's gonna be Kevin Kibito.
I would like to bond the linen blade of the Admiral King into my
Do a little swipe.
hand. Do a little swipe.
Do a little swipe.
Do a little swipe.
No sweeping.
On the guy just closest to me.
Okay.
That will be a 20 to hit.
20 hits. Roll damage.
Okie dokie. You must charge, my child. Okay. Sorry. That is, that's 4 damage.
4 damage. As you bond the blade into your hand, you and TAJ are kind of actually like rushing together, each with your hands kind of back to back. You like hear him here, and as he one of the pinchers like brings down on Talarian, and he just cuts into the gash he made earlier, just right on through, and holds it in place, which creates this space for you to get in, and you just see the chest where all the pinchers are, and you just start hacking away at it until it is retreating behind your strikes. Blood from this thing is going everywhere, and it just goes limp on half the ship and begins to slide off. And you see Joan just kind of hover beyond it as the limp bug carcass drops into the sand.
Oh, I would like to extra attack the other one.
It's a little too far. Remember, there's a space here because the ship is a little bigger.
How far away?
It's probably like 60 feet away from you.
I will run as far as I can towards it.
Okay. I know where it is. Okay.
And yeah, that'll be it.
Okay. Thank you, Kevin. Geo. All right. Who you want to be, Yo? You're still steering the ship.
Yeah, is there any way I can like hit the nos?
It makes
Something like that?
The Nas.
I like
Nos.
the
Yes.
Except
You wanna
it's
bonk
smaller,
it?
It's good.
Just like
It's pretty high up there. It's like 15 feet tall.
It's a big thing.
no, like hit
I
like
don't know why.
like nos, like
Not the nose.
no, like Need for Speed. Need for Speed.
Fast
You
and
just press the
Furious.
button.
You're already doing that.
I can't go.
It's all the way forward.
Well,
Nice.
We need to get a hyper.
So depending on if you're using 2 or 1 hand, it'll change your roll for the DC for your
I think my car
chest,
is
just so you know.
okay.
So if you use an action, the DC will be lower. Basically.
Am I going to like straight out right now? Like,
Yes, currently you're trying to go straight out.
Okay. I mean, how close is the bug to me?
It's right next to you.
Oh.
So bad.
In fact, there's just like this little bit of bug loogie during the battle that like it flicks its head and just sits on their shoulder.
I'm gonna go ahead, and I'm just gonna use one hand right now, and with my other hand, I would like to cast a spell. I would like to cast.
Okay. So
Have a concentration on your banishment of the habit.
it's okay. You can cast a spell while concentrating.
Okay.
So I would like to cast Witch Bolt at 3rd level.
You cannot cast that while concentrating without undoing banishment because Witch Bolt's a concentration spell. Can I cast a cantrip then? You can cast a spell, it just can't be a concentration spell because Witch Bolt is every round, so you have to concentrate on it. You can't concentrate on 2 spells
you're
at once
right.
without a magic item.
Yeah. Okay, then I want to cast. I would like to cast. I'm just gonna cast Firebolt.
Okay. Make a spell attack roll.
Bolt of fire.
I keep spacing out at your face. I'm really sorry. I keep
15.
15?
Yes.
How do you want to do this?
Yes. I would like to cast the Firebolt, just like right at its head. The Firebolt right at its head, just like slice that baby off, and then I want it to land in my hands, and then I want to put it right in front of the wheel.
What do you want to put?
Post its head on a
in-
pipe kind of thing?
Yes, that's what I want.
Oh, I mean, if the head is probably as big as the wheel.
Oh,
It's 15 feet tall.
Then never mind. I just want to chop its head off. That's what I want.
Okay, I'll work with something.
Thank you.
So smart.
Let's roll your vehicle handling for me. Bonus action. DC is a little higher because you're using 1 hand.
Sure.
Good
That is
birthday.
gonna be. I'm gonna use my card on
Okay?
this.
2 jokers?
4. Okay. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 18.
18.
Terrible
That was the
dice
DC to continue going out was 18. So you're like 1 hand on the wheel, like total like dad driving right now. You're also using like your thigh a little bit just to like get some extra leverage. And as you see this thing, this little spit on you, like you just summon your firebolt and it actually like creates a hole through the center of its head and just cauterizes through. Pretty soft material. And as the fireball goes through, you actually and summon the fireball back and just as the head explodes and the rest of it just green gooish blood like starts spluting out the top
Gio's just gonna say, I just cleaned the ship.
There's green blood everywhere. And as you do that, the front of your ship successfully comes up off the top of the whirlpool and it's still going full force, so it's a little rockety. It's like, oh, and we're going. I'll say for the purposes, Emmy, you're able to catch up on the magic carpet at this point.
They left again.
And with that, you are.
Do this every year.
You're no longer in combat.
Care about anything, no. It's not as cool without a lisp.
Sid the sauce.
Leprosy.
A dandelion.
So sorry about the connection issues.
Sorry,
We're
friends.
rolling punches. The show must go on regardless. If we ever go down, we'll be back in just a second.
We're poor against winning.
That being said, Gio.
Geo.
Now steering your ship ahead, paying a bit more attention than Dex was when he was driving. That's what you get when you don't come to D&D. Your character does dumb things. But we love you still.
I'm back.
All right. Another one for the Reagan month. We should do that this week. All right. As you start driving, Gio, you didn't notice before, but you start to see the sands become a lot more level at this point than the up and down from before. And you see in the distance, very far, but extremely tall, taller than the walls of Sentinel, you see this humongous dark brown sandstorm just completely encompassing everything to the west.
The Everstorm.
And occasionally as you look in it, there are just flashes of lightning that you can see within it as it takes the entire horizon off to that direction. It's still a ways away right now, but based on the information you got at Eovos, that could be a huge Everstorm.
What did I say? I said we were gonna go in the Everstorm. As soon as we heard about the Everstorm, we were gonna have to go in it.
Yikes.
It's still really far away,
Yeah.
but it's just so massive and all-encompassing that you can see that it just goes all the way down.
Is it the direction we're going?
Yes.
How long would it take to like tinker a lightning rod
I needed that.
to like ground the ship as we went
I don't know,
through?
bro. Read your artificers. It's a lot of information. Probably a while, and you'd have to make sure it's in your skill set. Sorry, I just for some reason didn't want to make a DM decision.
Okay. I was like, it's not gonna be.
Yeah.
So, like, knowing where we're going and where this storm is at, do we know anything about the storm and, like, the destruction it may cause or anything like that?
You guys didn't really ask, but no. As far as knowing where you're going, you have a map
Yeah.
with your next destination marked, the excavation site.
Can I kind of tell how far away we are?
Make an investigation check. You're not proficient. Well, never mind.
We did hear the trade guy, Blue Flow, and the brother talking about the Everstorm.
Buffalo and Brion.
And Brian talking and how they needed like 5 escort ships and that it was like 5,000 gold a ship to go into it, something like that.
17.
So where you're going will probably take you the rest of the day to get to, and you would get there pretty close to like bedtime. So depending on how you want to pace the trip is up to you. But from what you can tell, where the map is marked, at least it's kind of a crudely made map, but it looks like where you're going is just outside the Everstorm.
Okay.
So it's at the edge of it or at the end of it?
It's very near the edge of where the Everstorm starts.
Everstorm.
Episode 18.
I'm on the edge.
So, that being the case then, and the Everstorm moves, right? Like it's like a sandstorm that moves across the desert.
You have no idea.
Oh, lovely.
What does that guy say?
Okay. Well, it looks like we have a few different options. if you can all direct your attention to the bow of the ship.
Attention directed.
And keep your hands, arms, legs, and feet inside a boat at all times.
That, I believe, is the Everstorm. So...
You all see him.
You all see a collective gasp.
Where we're going, it's close to the Everstorm, and I don't know any information about the Everstorm, but we could head that way. That's where we're going. But I would like to know where the group stands, because we are not the adventure friends with shields anymore. Just us three.
What's the chance we can put the ship in autopilot and just go under the deck?
Zero.
Your ship does not currently have an autopilot feature, but Lucky's working on it.
Lucky's working on a lot of things.
I like that. Yeah, we can't do that as of at the moment. It's just
Geo,
yeah.
let's strap you to the deck and send it.
Dex, you have brought this up before. I will not be strapped to the deck alone in a storm.
I'll do it with you. So kinky.
You know, now that you bring that up, Dex, I might take you up on that offer. Maybe a little bit later, but not now.
I think Lucky went to go
We'll talk.
take a shower. There's like bug guts
There's
everywhere.
bug goo and guts all over
Yeah.
all of
How's
you,
the-
except for Emmy and Joan.
Lucky
How's
definitely
the
went to
ship
take a
Joan,
shower.
at this point, you have landed, and the form of the butterfly princess has faded.
Pushes up her shoulders.
That was cool.
Thank you.
Oh yeah.
I'm getting better at it day by day.
Sorry. I love
Hey,
the offer.
TJ looks at you. Thank you for restoring my wounds.
Hey, you know, you got my back, I got yours. Anytime.
Yeah.
How's the ship looking? Like, pretty worse for wear? This is a DM question.
There's a lot of bug guts everywhere. There's also still the headless corpse of the huge bug.
I'm not doing that.
I want to put the bug guts in my sword.
Can I search him?
Lucky US first. If you'd like to loot, make an investigation check.
I wish.
But like, because I have mending, is there anything to fix the ship?
Sure, there's like some scrapes you could be going around doing.
Okay, Emmy's gonna do that.
Mhm.
How close to night is it?
So TJ actually hangs with you while you do this.
Cool.
He honestly, like, while you guys are having a meeting, he just kind of has his hands like in his pockets, kind of,
Mm-hmm.
and is just kind of staying near you a little bit.
By his emotional support, no.
It's more like when you go to a party and you're invited by one person and like you don't know anybody else, and like he'll occasionally like talk to you like, yeah, that's cool that you can do that. Your magic's good.
Thanks, man.
Fight good.
Trying my best.
Fight good.
Do you want to help
Read it
clean?
good.
You know, get the corpse off the ship and.
Sure, I mean
riding on you.
I don't have that in my magic arsenal, but I can use a mop.
Are there mobs nearby?
There's one below deck.
Wait, I'm looting.
All right.
Does Emmy,
Thank
would
you-
Emmy
thank
know
you,
where
Gio.
it is at this point? Or would TJ know where it is at this point?
What?
Where the mop is?
He said it was downstairs. He's just gonna go until
He's
he
gonna
finds
go
it.
for it.
TJ, quick question for you.
Yeah. Everyone
Um,
can hear this. They're yelling across the ship.
Do you know anything about the Everstorm?
No.
Okay, go get him up.
Sorry, Gio.
Get him up.
All right.
Can after
This is the worst.
is she looting?
Yeah,
Has
can
she
I finish
finished?
looting now? I got a 16.
16? You can get some fangs with a 16.
She wants bug guts.
You want guts? You can get like an intestine.
Well, does he have like poison
Blood?
in his veins? Is he a poisonous monster? He's a bug.
With the 16, you can get fangs.
That's all I can get. Bummer, I don't
Too
want
bad, so
things.
That'd
sad.
make a cool arrow.
I guess I'll keep it in case I want to make something out of bones loot.
Sure, you can add 2 Ankh Heg fangs. That's your inventory.
That's what they were.
Yeah, they weren't giant scorpions, but I.
Can I, after she does that, can Joan just like look at it and start walking to like shove it over the edge
Sure.
to get it off the boat?
It's pretty beefy. You kind of go up to it and you're like, make an athletics check. Did anyone else want to loot? Didn't you want to loot?
Natural 20 and a +5.
Did you say you wanted to loot?
Try to
Nice.
loot.
Make an
wait,
investigation check.
And
We'll get to you, Reagan. Hold on.
Not high
Plus
enough
4.
to get anything.
Natural 20 plus 4.
+4 +5.
Yeah, you're able to do it. Actually, it's kind of already off a little bit, so you find just the right angle. You kind of, I don't know, you get like a wood plank and kind of.
strong.
Yes, but it's a 15-foot bug monster. But you're able to just get that weird angle, and veins in your arms kind of pop for a second. Very fit butterfly princess. You've been eating well since more grim. You push it over, and it just plops in the sand and disappears behind you. You also, Emmy, I guess you would see this first. After a while, TJ does emerge with like a bucket and mop, and as you see him do it, he gets the mop out and he's kind of like trying to like sweep.
Does he not know how to?
He doesn't know how to.
So before that happens, before he comes up
He's a prince.
deck, I don't think that's. Sorry.
Above deck.
On deck.
On deck.
I keep saying up deck, but that doesn't make
What's
sense.
up,
Dick?
Shut up!
That was beautiful.
I mean, he's like,
whoa.
he's cleaning.
But before that, can Emmy go up to Gio and say, just letting you know he's a prince, so just putting that info.
Prince
Of a whole island.
of an island.
Have you ever heard of Isle of Demetrius?
You have.
Have I heard about? Yep, I've heard about it. Neither is.
Isle Demetrius is one of the most secluded, hard to get into, strongest navy in Barrador, elven city of riches.
He's a prince of that.
Boy's got
That
money,
place?
money.
There's no.
He's rich like you, but like he can just have it.
So he's a prince. You want to teach Prince how to mop then?
Kevin is just gonna silently walk over
He's
to
really
TJ.
working his best. He's trying to be helpful, but
Trying.
he's
So
definitely never done this before.
Yeah, can Emmy make her way over and be like, okay, so what you're doing is sweeping, you have to just clean it, like, and she's gonna show him kind of how to hold it, and
He like keeps holding it, and you just kind of hold like the bottom half.
just like, and then, you know,
Oh, I'm sorry.
it's okay, I get it. What time of day is it at this point? Is it like night?
Did you go on a date today? Did you rest?
Yeah, no. There was a
We
rest.
rested.
You rested.
Yeah, well, yeah.
We
You
definitely
rested.
I was like,
Midday.
Midday? Okay.
what
Sorry,
happened today?
No, this was morning time.
Yeah.
Because Emmy was below deck when the ship did its thing. Like, they kind of woken up for the day and she was...
That, like I meant like afternoon.
Yeah,
Like,
so
kinda-
it's probably...
we'll say it's noon.
Yeah, it's probably like
Noon.
noonish.
Yeah.
Cool. She's gonna show him how to mop.
Oh no.
Help him out a little bit.
I'm gonna revive.
Poor guy.
Thanks. I feel useless.
Dude, you're not useless. You saved my life.
I guess.
This poor guy needs some confidence.
I know, poor dude.
Should we give him the pride piece though?
I mean, he
Don't give Talarian Demetrius any more keystones. We're done with that.
I mean, he knows he's like just good with a sword and good at fighting, but otherwise he's like he's very. You can tell like he looks very embarrassed that he's never done this before.
Did Joan remain clean after pushing the bug over the edge? Is she
No,
chill?
you're yucky.
Okay, can she go downstairs and take a shower?
Sure. For the sake of things, on this journey, you all get cleaned up. TJ helps mop up, and you all collectively get the ship clean. I mean, with all of you, synergy. You guys are a team. The 7 of you.
Synergy.
Say,
Showtime.
like 2 hours go by, and the ship looks pretty nice. If there's anything else you guys would like to do,
I'd like to start
You
tinkering.
didn't.
That's our same systems that we have discussed.
goggles. Sure.
I would like to know when I have to.
Can you text me the list of the things you were working on?
Can we just say that we have been driving to? Was it Eovos? That's where you just came from.
You just came from Irvos. You were heading towards the Farallon excavation site.
Yeah, we're still gonna be heading there.
As it's marked on the map, it says Farallon excavation.
Okay, cool. We're still gonna be heading there. That's just outside the Everstorm, right?
What you think? You think so?
Okay. Looking at where the Everstorm was when I first saw it, and looking at it now, do I think it has moved?
It's really far. Why don't you make make a perception check? It's far though, and very large.
Would a natural 20 work?
Yeah, sure. Your DC was like a 23.
Okay, cool.
No.
It hasn't moved.
No, you're pretty sure that this thing doesn't move.
Good to know. Okay, well, I just want to continue on, and yeah. I could go for a rest. Dex, will you take over for me? And let's. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Lucky. Will
What
you
does
take
that
over
mean?
for me?
You can't drive and tinker.
Come on, you know you
I
wanna.
want to tinker.
Kevin.
I can drive it.
You just steered us into
I
it.
can teach you,
Trap.
but now I really would like to take a rest.
That's
Come
fair.
on.
Kevin? I've showed you a little bit about what to do.
Can I steer with mage hand while I
Dex?
tinker?
No.
Dex, how about both of you? Both of you. Mostly Kevin. Both of you.
I'm done with this crap. I'm just gonna go down to my shrine. Go lay in my hammock.
I guess I can. Yeah, sure.
I'm just gonna go down, rest for
Yay, Kevin!
30 minutes to an hour.
Short rest with him.
Would
I'll be back up.
it be alright if I watched?
Sure, by all means. Yeah.
Thank you, Kevin.
I'm gonna tinker next to Kevin so that if something happens, I can stand up and help.
Sure.
Can I say that like I cleaned Colin, it was quite mended, and he.
Sure, Colin.
And then afterwards, can Emmy follow Dex downstairs?
Okay.
Kev, can I help you? Drive
Magic cousin.
Do you know how to drive a ship?
Never mind. She goes back.
I've seen them do it.
Sure.
You have many talents, Miss Sky.
I don't actually know how to drive a
zero
ship. I
proficiency
just like
with
to try
land vehicles.
things.
Oh.
Thank you.
Sorry, never mind.
Oh no, thank you. The compliment is
Guys,
appreciated.
it's been a little noisy during roleplay.
I'd really like
guys,
to learn though. Do you know how to drive a ship?
I mean, I figured out my bike, but I mean, I can sail a regular ship pretty fine, but this is a very
Bit different.
yeah.
It's okay. We can both learn. Kev can teach us.
Kev barely knows how to do it.
Lucky's just laughing
Kevin?
to himself.
Could you make a charisma saving throw for me?
Is the bug back? Is it
14.
14.
Eh.
G, Joan, and TJ are getting awfully close.
Envy stone.
I don't have the envy stone.
Oh, you. What do you
I
have?
have pride.
You've
I have
tried?
envy.
Yeah.
She has.
Oh. Sorry. Let me.
No, I had it back. You gave it back.
Shift gear. Really? Are you sure?
I don't think
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I've never
he
had
felt
envy.
prideful,
Right.
so he gave back envy because he doesn't.
Right.
need
Sorry.
And I got it back.
Let's
I
shift
don't
gears in the
think
roleplay
you
then.
did. I really don't think. I think I still have it.
Kev has always had the pride.
Yeah, I don't think we gave
Envy.
it back to Joan.
That's true.
There was,
Could we-
there was the point where he had both.
Both.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
And-
you gave
No, she's
envy.
had it.
Pride outdid envy, and you only have pride because you had both. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
but then Emmy.
Sorry, it's been a long week. It's been a long week, everyone.
And we were
Been a
so
while.
concerned about it because when Emmy flew off, it was
She
like,
had
oh,
the
she has a
keystone.
keystone.
Okay.
I don't think she ever. Gave
I
it
know
back
she
to
was
Joan.
looking at it after her hair turned white. But yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure.
I'm
You
sure
have
you're
envy.
right.
Yes.
You have pride.
I think.
You can.
I'm sure you're
you
right. I'm a
can
bad memory.
absolutely show these people. TJ doesn't even know how to
I have
drive
no
a
patience.
boat. He's from a ship island.
Yeah, I can show you things. I can show you.
That would be great. Thank you, Kevin.
You kind of look at TJ the whole time while you're saying this. Thanks, Kev.
Come on, guys.
I
Let's go.
love TJ, and I hate the
He just
freaking-
super doesn't know his place right now.
Can John like push both of their shoulders towards the wheel, like getting super impatient with how long they've been talking, being super excited to see it.
Okay. Kevin, make a land vehicle check for me. So just D20 plus your proficiency.
I'm downstairs.
She's not there.
Downstairs.
Sorry.
I took a short
It's
rest.
alright.
Okay.
So
13.
13. You're good.
Cool.
Chuck Kevin.
You're just staying on course. You're not doing anything too fancy.
Yeah.
At one point, you kind of just like, oh, so it's just kind of like steering.
Basically, yeah.
Cool. I mean, you're doing a lot more than that. It's very impressive.
Oh my gosh.
Keep holding the keystones.
See if you can keep up, Junior.
I don't have the energy for keystones right now. Okay, I was just gonna kind of stay quiet. Keep steering.
Okay. That being said, is there anything you guys would like to do today on the ship during your
Emmy
turn?
wants to talk to Dex.
Okay.
Cool.
I'd like to cast Prayer of Healing for everybody, just for the day, just in case something comes by before we decide to take a long
Okay.
rest.
Cool.
You can roll hit points for that. Emmy, we'll go downstairs. You go into the conversation pit behind Dex, who just stormed off.
How quickly are you storming off?
At a regular storming off pace, I suppose.
At a regular storming off.
I'm a lot
she-
taller, I suppose.
Go up to him and just say, "Can we talk?" Yes or no question.
Sure.
She's gonna bring out the stone from Zazor.
What the freak is that?
Hold it.
You don't want to.
What does it do? Is it like a...
Trying to figure it out.
Everyone gets 16 points of healing.
Oh, solid.
16.
Word.
Happy birthday to me.
Yeah. As you see this come out,
Do I know anything about it?
you get just kind of this sense of vertigo for a second. You're like, that is not my realm. So make that choice, as it were. You're not necessarily repelled by it, but there is like some sort of reaction.
I'm guessing you've held it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone else touch this stone?
She looks at it.
I don't want to defile
Yeah. Indeed. I have held it. Currently.
Can I cast... Oh, no, I guess that doesn't do anything. Never mind. Yeah, I'll grab it. I'm gonna just do it suddenly, though. Like, I'm just gonna look at it, and look at her, and look at it, look at her, look at it, look at her, and do it one more time. And I'm not gonna grab it.
As you grab this shard, there are two images that flash in your head. There's the first one, and you just see this burning landscape. The ground and rock is red, and you see pits of like magma going up and down into the sky, and you see foul flying creatures overhead for a second, and just screams echo in your brain, but just for a second, and it flashes again, and you just see this large mouth, and there's this horrible smile, and from your perspective, this lone smile is like, just the smile is probably like 30 feet wide.
That's creepy.
And a finger comes up to it. The hand is made of shadow.
I'm gonna cry.
And you come back.
I'm gonna just drop the shard and just kind of stumble back and
It's
to the
a small-
conversation pit.
That was scary. Can Emmy catch it out of the air?
Make a sleight of hand check.
Oh, she doesn't catch it. It's gonna not look cool.
It's like Lucky coming off the ship. I still think about that.
9.
9?
Aww. Crystal's gonna shatter.
Doesn't break.
She picks it up. Is there any change to it at all?
Still pulsing a little bit.
Still the same? No.
What the... Loeb's name was that?
So why Loeb?
What do you mean?
Why do you worship him? Follow him?
Let's just say he was there for me when someone wasn't.
Okay.
I worship... Grew up alone. I didn't always have my friends. And I thought I'd use some higher power in my life. So I worshipped another god. I worshipped someone who was a protector. I felt like he loved me. And as you can see, I think he's going to hold up his missing arm. Say, he wasn't always there for me. Alright. But Loeb, he doesn't care about anyone. He goes his own direction. He does his own thing. And if you tag along for the ride, he'll be there for you. And he's given me the chance to meet these two. And, you know, just... It's easy to mask your pain when everything's a facade. So,
I'm really sorry you had to go through that. I know what it's like to be alone. What do you know about the son of Loeb?
man, what do I know?
Make a religion check.
I'd love to.
I have goosebumps.
Oh, that's crap. 12?
12. So, with a 12, the God Grounds begat many deities as children that are allowed to kind of do whatever, whereas the God Crowns are very limited. You guys all have a basic understanding of God Crowns now, right? I think at this point.
Wait, I have a quick question. So sorry, I'll ask later. Is Zircock's mom a God Crown?
I don't know.
Oh, dang. Maybe I should look into
Oh,
that.
sorry, you do know his mom.
Yeah.
Make sure I won't ignore
She's
it.
the goddess of illusion.
Yeah, so is she one of the crowns?
Oh,
No.
Wait, I don't know.
She's
She-
not a God Crown.
Can you explain God Crowns?
Sure, just because it's been explained a few times. So the God Crowns, there are gods and deities of the realms, and then above them are 20 God Crowns. They are the creators of the universe. As far as greater powers go, there is none older in the world of Ernaxia, at least to common knowledge. Each of them long ago made a pact that, because it was a lot of different ideas, but they made a pact that their opposite would govern them, and they could not interfere with the planes they created unless whatever they wanted to do was approved by their opposite.
Is this something that's believed in all Ernaxia? Is it like fact, or is it like a belief that people have?
It's like any other religion.
So
some
people
people think there are God Crowns. Some people think they're just gods, or maybe just one god exists, or some higher power. God Crowns are pretty common amongst religions, that you choose a God Crown to follow, but there are others. It just depends on where you go.
But we've also met demigods in our campaign before, so Maximus Ultor has a pretty strong belief in the general god.
Is Loeb a part of the crown?
He's a god crown.
He's a
God
god.
Crown?
That's been established. He's one
Yeah.
of the God Crowns.
Right, okay.
Which one
And
is the opposite?
Which one is he?
God of Chaos.
Chaos.
Chaos?
So peace would be the opposite?
Or balance?
Order.
Order.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh.
You would know the opposite.
Yeah.
But
That's
What is the opposite?
the guy who I used to worship.
Oh no!
Oh,
buddy,
guys, have that happen in character.
Yes, let's
Say it in character. You have to, know.
It's required.
So you could say, what's the opposite? And you...
So who's?
Yes, and oh my god.
Yes, and-
Play Dungeons and Dragons. Glad you like the lore. Thanks.
Look, I chose Loeb because he was the most different, the most dichotomic, if you will,
That's a big word.
to the guy that I used to worship. And I call him a guy because he's worthless to me now. He knows it.
Who is he?
It's a girl. It's a girl. And I forgot her name.
Would you like to say?
Yeah.
Okay, it is Yvine, the goddess of order.
Yeah.
Oh, sounds like
Each
divine.
God Crown, their opposite is also it's god to goddess.
I also asked what he knew about the Son of Loeb. We haven't really.
Yeah, because you guys wanted a brief
We
history
wanted
lesson about it.
more,
It's
yeah.
right. So, you, as much as you've learned about Loeb, you haven't like full life dived into the teachings, and they have tons of kids. So there are lots of sons and daughters of Loeb, especially because Loeb often mates with the same god.
Which goddess?
Oh, he's monogamous.
What?
Good for him.
Let's
The
just
god
say,
of
No,
chaos?
not monogamous. Some of the god crowns are married. This is not.
let's just say Loeb's he's a busy man.
What about Harbinger of the Damned? Do you know anything about that? I don't know, Josh. Does he?
That's okay. You guys can always ask for help.
Harbinger of the Damned.
Sounds awesome.
Sounds-
It's a cool name.
yeah, I need to get a title like that. Like Dex, I don't know, the carrier of chaos.
Ooh.
That would be hot.
That's pretty cool. What did, if you don't mind me asking, what did you see when you touched this?
I saw.
Kind of goes
Oh,
through your brain.
Lord.
Oh.
Stop! I want to
I'm
cry.
not sure I can say.
Oh yeah.
Final question. What do you know about Kyros?
Is this
Kyoto's.
Kyros.
Is
Sorry,
that-
that's hard to say in an accent.
interrogation or a conversation?
Both.
Oh. She came
Respect.
right back at you.
Respect. Can I make a religion check?
Sure, make a religion check.
Thank you.
Don't forget D4. Thank you.
I have a lot of feelings.
That's so creepy and I love it.
I know,
was
that's
24.
making me so scared.
That was sweet.
24.
24.
Uh,
I'm very religious.
yes, so Kyotos is another god crown. Honestly, in searching for other paths to follow, you probably looked into a couple things.
Remind me what his thing is.
Kyotos is the goddess of time. She is also one of the most neutral. Not necessarily as alignment goes, but as far as like having stakes and things, one of the most neutral of the of the many. Doesn't very seldomly interacts with the mortal realm.
Does she have any connection to Loeb? Really fast DM question.
Other than being a god crown,
Yeah.
not that you know.
Okay.
12 religion check.
Is the son of Loeb the baby of Kyros and Loeb? Or is that crazy?
My 12
That would
religion
be
check does
wild,
not
then.
answer that question.
Wait, so do you know which? Never mind.
So that's what I know.
You probably have books.
I
Probably do as well.
I might have something in my shrine. I can go check.
Which
I would
god does
love
he
to read
like?
up on Loeb a little bit.
Follow me.
Because we were.
Nice
and then can
visionary
I
moment.
just.
Have you heard the word of Loeb?
How would you like to talk about our Lord and Savior Loeb?
Hello.
Hello, my name is Dex Stormward.
What do you call yourself? The
Dex-
what of chaos?
Carrier of chaos.
My name is Carrier of Chaos.
I will have to tell you about the most
share with
amazing,
you.
the most
most
amazing
amazing
book.
Okay.
Most amazing.
has
No more copyright.
Way too many
Most
sexes.
amazing.
Can I
I feel scared.
just, because I feel like you would do it better, can I explain what we were told about
I know.
the Son of Loeb and the Harbinger of the Damned and all the people involved? 2 decks. You can do the abridged
That
version.
kind of is involved in your own memory and
In
what
my
you
own memory?
retained.
Well, fine, then I will read my notes.
It's also an episode.
Text it to me later.
It's also an episode 10.
Yeah, it's
No,
so
9.
much.
There's a big group and
Basically,
they needed to
we-
seal things. And
We were told by someone very trustworthy that they were the Knights of Eredor, were passed down through generations. Originally started with a bunch of guys whose names I can't pronounce. It was 500 years ago during the First Tiefling War, and as a knight rained from the sky. I don't know if you saw her creepy dagger, Joan's scary dagger that goes places.
Azarath Metrians.
And the Son of Loeb. Was it Son of Loeb, Harbinger of the Damned, or was it Zadam, General of the Demons? Or are they the same person?
the son of Loeb was the one who was the one that was trying to break through, wasn't it?
Yeah,
thought
that's
it
what I
was the
thought.
monster hand.
That's what I thought. But Sorry. Back
It
to
was a
accent.
monster.
Zadam, the general of the demons, to my knowledge, wanted to bring a creature into existence that would destroy the mortal world. And he was called Son of Love, Harbinger of the Damned. And this is why we are trying to get all the keystones, because that's the ultimate way to stop it from ever happening.
Okay.
Crash course Downstage.
Let's just go look at the books.
Okay.
And so we're gonna walk. I'm gonna take out my amulet and touch it to the door frame as I walk through. And I'm gonna see
What
what
does
books
that-
I have.
What does that
Okay.
do?
So, how many shelves you got?
Got at least 3.
That's why I rolled in my D4.
Cute.
So yeah, in your library there is basic knowledge of the God Crowns, as well as far as like a NutriBook, but you also have many tomes. A lot of them are written in Infernal or Abyssal. Some of them. So that part's a little tricky.
I speak both.
Not for you.
So do I know?
So what would you like to look for specifically?
I'm gonna look for anything about the Harbinger of the Damned, and then I'm just gonna like lobe and I guess Kyros. I'll look up Kyros as much as I can about
That
him.
would be in the general God Crown.
Okay, so we'll look there, and then anything that I can find in Loeb's text.
Okay, is this going to be you guys studying for a couple hours, or are you doing like a loan out system?
Probably.
Just
Well, I
study for a
can't
couple
read
hours.
Abyssal.
I'll let her do the
So-
general book. I'll give her the general book, which I think
Well, I
is
can't
common.
read it.
The
so-
general book is in common.
Oh,
Yeah.
the
It's
general book.
that one's less flow focused and more like it has the name of every God Crown in it,
Okay, I'll check that one out.
and like a brief
Put it on my
synopsis.
card.
So the dagger speaks Abyssal, right?
Sometimes.
I'd like to talk to your dagger. I want to play with it, actually.
Can we make the God
Dagger
Crown book in
blushes.
real life? Like the Fantastic Beast book?
Dagger turns
But
pink.
just like the God Crowns of Ernaxia? Can we do it?
Josh, write books for us.
It's hard. I'm working on that. First one is like almost halfway done.
Oh, all right, so we'll
We'll
study.
study.
Yeah.
Sure, book club it.
Study buddy.
Can I do things?
Honestly, you have the rest of the day to do this. Let's come back to you guys in a second.
Cool.
Think about questions you want to see if you can learn from these books in the next hours of study, and I will answer them in a second. Yes, Rig.
Okay, can Joan do stuff?
What would Joan like to do?
Okay, so Joan,
Kevin's driving.
yes.
TJ's
and,
standing there not knowing what to do with himself.
And Joan eventually got distracted, and she's been like looking for shapes in the clouds. And eventually, she's like, "Oh, I meant to ask you something. Oh, you, if you have any knowledge on it. Anyway,
Sorry?
no. Can she grab her bag and look at Kev and pour out and take out the shards of the scythe?
Okay.
I forgot that it was from his dad's. She takes it out.
She's not touching the shards, right?
She
Just
is.
dumped him. You're touching them?
She pulls them out, yeah.
Okay.
Just a few. You know how to forge, correct?
Why do you still have those?
That's actually a great question. Why do we support those?
We didn't want them to fall into the wrong hands.
Why didn't you destroy them? Why would you keep those after you saw what they did?
This is so sad.
What would you like me to do?
Don't you guys have the keystones too? You have both?
Yes.
Are you insane? You saw what that did to my dad!
It's gonna be alright, Tellarian.
Kevin is not in this conversation.
You're there. You're right next to
Much
it.
deeper into her
there,
book.
Kevin's gonna like quickly glance over to Lucky and just grab the wheel with both hands now.
We're making sure that nothing like that happens to anyone ever again.
I thought you guys of all people. He's going to hold out his hand, and there's this green purple glow. He's going to cast a magic missile at the 4th level
Whoa.
onto the pile of azonite, and it's all going to.
It's in her hand.
You said you dumped it on the ground.
No, I said it. She.
Oh, there's
pulled
too
it
many
out.
for you to hold in your hand. It's a lot.
She just
Remember
pulled
how
out
big the
some
scythe
of
was?
it. And it was in her hand.
Okay, then he's going to hit it out of your hand.
Okay.
23.
It's
Okay. As he does that, he's going to cast Magic Missile at the 4th level.
That's a lot of damage.
That's 2 more levels than I can do it.
Honestly, as all around you, you are surrounded in like this purple green mist. You're right next to it. You also kind of.
Do we hear this?
Yeah, does that damage the ship?
Lots of
You'll
questions.
see.
Lucky's definitely gonna drop her tinkering.
It's also in this green mist, and you all in that area hear this. Do any of you speak Abyssal?
Is he? Can
You're
he?
not in this.
Dang.
I think I only speak
We're too
Celestial.
busy studying.
It kind of goes around and settles, and Kevin, you kind of the ship kind of swerves a bit as you're just like surrounded, and you hear this in your mind, and then eventually it starts just kind of steaming off the ships, and you all look at that, and you see him, and he's glaring at you.
am I damaged at all?
No, he knocked it out of your hand.
Emotionally, maybe. Physically, no.
Talarian, what are you doing?
That stuff ruined my life.
And I know it did. We're making sure it doesn't ruin anyone else's life again.
By storing it for yourselves,
We aren't storing it for ourselves.
I have known firsthand the addiction that power brings.
To be fair, I didn't know it could be destroyed.
Honestly, we didn't know how to destroy it. We've kept it safe. We haven't
You
done
look
anything
on the
with it.
ground, and as it's cleared, it's more in just kind of smaller shards and dust, and a lot of it was dust and kind of sprinkled over the.
Even the
over the
smallest
sound.
piece of this has been used to destroy nations of people.
And you thought, I want to get as much of this as possible. Kind of looks at you too, you as well, Kevin.
Of course not. Talarian, what would happen if even one of these pieces fell into the hands of the wrong people? We haven't used it at
My
all.
father was a good man. The best.
Sorry.
Can you say the same for yourselves? He walks away.
Lucky's gonna use Mage Hand to do a little Mickey Mouse broom thing. to clean up the evidently dangerous shards, because Gio will yell at her if the ship is covered.
There are more splinters now than shards, but yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna just broom it all up together.
Can she like run after Talarian?
Sure. He's just going to like the front of the ship where just no one else is.
Talarian, I'm sorry. I promise you, I'm doing my best and my friends are as well. I would love to know the safest option as to where we can store it, to make sure that it doesn't fall into the wrong hands. If you have any ideas, please let me know, and I'm sorry that
He's not looking at you. He's kind of just staring over the front of ship and leaning over it.
that stirred up old memories. Because I will take any recommendations. We've kept it hidden away for a long time.
Make a persuasion check.
We could keep it in Kevin's little dimension.
Yeah, why don't we do that?
Because
A
it
12.
only lasts an hour.
Oh,
A 12.
Everything falls out.
yeah. That makes sense.
He doesn't turn around. You see beyond the Everstorm in front of you, you just see like his white hair kind of flowing to the side and his jaws clenched.
She's a jaw.
He takes a deep breath. Is your hand okay?
Is it? It's fine. It's fine. You're right, I haven't been a great person, and I wish I was better, but I'm really, really trying. And if you can help small it is.
I am the last person to judge someone for being a good person. I have just stared into the darkness of this world that created. And it's just black and horrible, and I am just so surprised after what you saw in the mirror that you did not seek to destroy it.
Honestly, throughout this journey we haven't had much time. We're seeking to destroy a lot of things right now that are causing a lot of harm, but it's definitely on the to-do list.
Cast it into the sea.
Is that what you'd like me
Or-
to do?
Something.
What do you think
What?
I should do with it in this moment?
I am not in charge of you. And I'm sorry for attacking your character. That was wrong of me, and I have no place to do that.
You certainly have
But
places
when
to
I
do
am
that.
done avenging my people, and I take back the blood that was spilt, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rid Ernaxia of every green shard of that devil's rock.
Then I'll be there with you in that, I can promise you.
Make another persuasion check. And that's all of it you have?
I also have the Jester's dagger. Currently. I have a bag of holding, and that's where we tend to keep things that we want to remain hidden away.
Just... He turns to you now. Just leave it there.
I'll do that.
Figure something out. I'm sorry I snapped at you.
It's alright, I understand. You're definitely not the first. I'm not one to judge a friend for snapping at another friend.
He kind of chuckles a little bit, but his eyes just look really guilty.
Oh, thank you.
Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm just gonna take some time with the wind if you don't mind.
I forgive you, and I'm sorry. Shall walk away.
Just add it to the list. You kind of hear from far away. Okay. And what did you want to do?
Okay, so I want to experiment because now Lucky
I
has
wanna make
this
a
new
blade.
substance she's never seen before, and
Okay.
she just heard that demon. And I would assume because she's been around Dex that she recognized it was like a demon language, but not what it was. Just that it was a demonic kind.
I mean,
I've
a
heard it
regular
before.
person would think that it sounded creepy and weird,
Creepy and
but
weird.
I don't know if you would for sure know about the
Okay.
connections to Dex.
Well, I want to take. I mean, once it's swept up, I want to put it in like a metal bowl that I imagine I kind of have with my tinker tools.
Some splinters and powder.
Yeah, and I want to cast Sacred Flame on it first to try to kind of see if radiant damage does anything to this specs and stuff.
Do you just want to cast it once?
Yeah, just while it's in the metal pan, just kind of see if it has any kind of effect.
Gets hot.
Does anything happen to the shards? Do the
They
shards
got
react?
hotter. You only cast it once.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I might do this a couple times. Yeah.
Are you trying to melt it?
I'm just trying to see if it can destroy it, if I get any reaction. I'm experimenting at this point, just trying to see if radiant, sacred clarityness
So
will do anything
keep
to
in
it.
mind when you saw these shards, they already looked like cracked and broken pieces of something. It would be like the same as any other stone or metal that was like damaged and
Right,
cracked,
but when you say, I mean,
But that being said, as you do heat it up, it does have a similar property as regular metal. And as you continuously try to concentrate this heat, eventually the splinters and shards of it do kind of start to melt down.
okay. Are they, I mean, it's still like green and,
Yeah, you have it like in a bowl, and it still is green. It's glowing very very brightly, like a mix of green and orange.
Do I hear anything? Does it react in any way?
Do you touch it?
No.
Then no.
Okay.
It was more the powder around you that kind of enveloped the area. But as you melt it down, there's not a ton of it left. It's like yay big.
From all of the shards that he dispersed, that's how much is left.
Uh,
Because I cleaned up everything that she dropped, basically. That he hit.
yeah, I mean, considering she put it on her hand,
Mm-hmm.
she wouldn't be able to fit all of it from the
Very-
huge
very
size.
much,
There's
okay.
definitely
She
still.
definitely has a bunch.
There's still in your inventory.
She
a
only
bunch of
pulled out a
shards.
few to like show
Yeah.
it to Kevin.
So
Okay.
of it, you have like this much.
Okay, well, I want to just kind of funnel it into a flask. Like a glass flask. Fairly.
While it's in more of a liquid state.
Yeah, and then just kind of let it cool in there. I'm just trying to store it in a way that's not like exposed aconite, you know what I mean?
You probably shouldn't put it in glass.
Okay, maybe.
As hot, like melted steel. So
So
just as a craftsman, you would know, like, as it is, probably let it cool. Probably not great to hold in flasks.
okay, I'm just like a metal container of some sort, or a stone container, something that will just store it in a compact way. I don't want it to look like a weapon in any way. I
No,
just
it
want like-
literally, it just looks like
Correct.
this circular, slightly, what do you even call that again? What shape is that? It looks like the poppers, you know, of azanite.
Yeah. Okay. I just
That this big.
I just want to store it in some kind of container. I have elixir.
Nothing
things.
specific?
No, I don't really care. I want it so I'm not touching it when I hold it. You know. Kind
Okay.
Of thing.
I'd say you have like little like mini pliers. Sure, you're able to store it.
Okay.
Little
Not.
Ziploc bag.
Yeah. Not quite sure what to do with this, but I got an audit and it's all cleaned up and out of the way.
It's only Kevin near you.
Kevin.
Huh.
What should I do?
What
What should I do?
Leslie, listen, please.
What should I do? What should I do with it? I put it in a container so it can't hurt anyone because it seems suspicious as hell. But I don't know where to put it now. I just
Overboard.
you just want me to like to the elements? It's cool. Is TJ still on deck?
He's on the other side of the ship is from you.
John's walking back over.
Do you think he'd like to chuck it? Like, I mean, it might make him feel better.
I think that we should just dispose of it. The smallest ounce of that stuff has ruined nations. So
Well, I mean, I don't.
I want a bug to eat it or something.
I tried to. I mean, I heated it up super hot, and it didn't like disintegrate or
Super
anything. How would we destroy it? Thoughts?
Can I say I'm over there by now?
No.
would I have any idea how to
How to what?
just destroy it outside of?
I mean, you just saw a magic vessel. It didn't really destroy it; just broke it up into further pieces. But
Yeah, if we had a bunch of this, I could melt it all down into one piece, and then we could do something with that piece. But that's all I can
I
do.
don't think that's a great idea.
Okay.
it's not this big.
Well, she has a lot more to it. He knows that. Was that in character? Or... I don't want to put it in my sword.
Okay.
I already thought of that.
Okay.
I don't want to turn my
Do I-
sword into
That's just
aconite.
definitely something that would have crossed your mind.
I know.
Do
I
I
thought about
notice? Do I notice anything in like her face or in her energy that like would suggest that she's thinking about that?
About you? Oh, like using it?
About putting it into her sword?
Make an insight check.
It definitely crossed my mind, but I was the creepy, scary language that talked to everybody
14?
at that moment.
14.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think you're trying to keep a secret. I mean,
Yeah.
you've seen her fiddle with that
Yeah.
before, maybe.
If I were you, I wouldn't try putting it in the sword.
I wasn't. I went.
Speak up a bit.
the loud demon voice
Yeah,
that erupted
yeah.
kind of
Kinda
gave me like
Kinda freaky.
heebie-jeebies.
Yeah.
So I decided not to do that. I was just trying to figure out a way to store/destroy it, and so I used my radiant powers because I thought, oh, demon, radiant, you know,
Makes sense,
that
yeah.
kind of thing together to try to figure out. But it didn't do anything. So
I don't know. If it were me, I would throw it overboard. But that's just me. But I don't think that we should hang on to it.
I just don't want happenstance to happen. You know what I mean? Like some random person now finds this.
Joan also has the pieces of that were in Morgrim's.
You have so much
You have
Azanite.
so much.
I know. We have not touched it. Like, it's just been.
You haven't really looked into it since it was first introduced.
Yeah.
It was like the first time.
That worked. Oh, it didn't go great.
I mean, I could try.
Dangerous.
I could try to dispel magic on it and see if something happens. We just have to take a long rest after that. Send on that level 3 spell.
If you'd like to, go for it.
Well, I don't want to do it on the pieces we just shattered because I don't know if we just dispelled whatever was on it in that moment where we had the bad.
So what do you want to do?
Do you guys have another piece of this that I could try to cast a spell on?
Do I know if
You'd have a ton.
Joan might have a couple dozen or so pieces in her bag?
Joe, is Joe on deck?
Yeah, she's having her moment with Talarian right now.
Okay.
Well,
I want to say as soon as Weather kind of notices when they moved away from each other, that she calls Joan over to
Okay,
ask.
well that's happening. Geo, 30 minutes, short rest. Is there anything you'd like to be doing right now?
Not particularly. Just kind of like writing in my journal, I guess.
Okay.
Figuring some things out.
Just checking. Question time.
okay.
Book club.
Azanite. Does it say anything about Azanite?
No.
Where it's from, how to create it, how to destroy it?
0%. No.
She's asking for both of us.
Anything about anything falling from the sky? Materials.
Star-like
Things described that remind me of Azanite. Because it might go by a different name, I don't know.
Like kryptonite.
I think I should make you roll for this. One of you make an investigation check with advantage.
What's your investigation?
I was about to check. 3.
Go.
With advantage?
Yes, because you're both looking.
Can you cast that on yourself?
Wait, what? No, I cannot cast guidance on myself. What's your...
0.
Ugh. Well,
Send it.
But I have cards. I have 2 cards.
Just send it.
I'll just...
She knows what time it is.
Natural 20.
Hey!
Okay, here's what happens.
Yes!
So,
Good job.
when... Are you holding the shard?
Of Azanite?
No.
Of your thing.
Ghosts.
Yeah, absolutely.
So-
Let go of it.
While reading these pages, you keep, like, the green metal or rock in your hand. And as you read through the low text, it does mention that he was one of the primary influences over a demon world.
Oh, shoot.
A demon what?
A demon world. A world where demons live. As the demonic threat was constant to the material plane, they wanted to have somewhere the demons would be, kind of in a plane of existence that wasn't just like the abyss. And so there was a world created, a world of fire and green demonic rock.
It's like a different realm kind of thing, or is it like a different planet?
It just says world.
It just says world. Okay.
Um,
Heard.
Yes.
Alrighty then. Can I keep
And
asking questions? Or
I
is
need
that-
you to make a history check.
11. Hey. My history is
Yikes. So is the rest of us.
a 5.
With D4?
Yeah.
That's so embarrassing.
So that in your studies is the only thing that you find. That kind of reminds you of that.
It just says rocks that are green.
No, that the planet is made of a green demonic rock. Like the world is green
Like
and red.
kryptonite.
Like Azanite, yeah. Cool.
Okay.
More questions.
So there's red azanite probably.
Did you send it to him?
No, I didn't. I figured we were doing it on stream.
Thank you.
Does it say anything about the Knights of Barad-dûr or just Barad-dûr? Is that mentioned? Nope. Okay. Anything about rituals? Preferably how to bring the Son of Loeb, how to connect the different worlds, or how to summon, and or how to use the keystones to close.
No, there's also no mention of the keystones in here.
Nothing about keystones?
Yes.
Cool.
So yeah, just as these books aren't like, ooh, wow, special magic book. These are like books you would have to go out of your way to find from certain sources, but like probably got them from like a library in the restricted section, or just in the
People
travels.
liked reading.
So there's just so you know, there's no magic legendary component to these history books. They're just history books.
Could I be so
So next.
Okay. Anything about Wintercrest, that location being for
No.
prayer circles or anything?
No.
Okay. What about anything more about Kioros, like the bonds that people can make to him or her, anyone who serves her or...
As you look for this, amongst some of the other things, an image flashes in your mind. You see this large red creature standing in the sands of this broken place. And this is much stronger than the original images. Actually, there's a few seconds that pass that you can see. And you see as it approaches that it has like flickering flames coming off of its shoulder, and you hear screams and figures running in the shadows. There's like this sandstone place, a pillar falls, and it's currently grabbing someone. And then in the other hand, you see this green glow. And you see it combine this glow with this figure, and a horrible scream turns out, and the figure starts to change slightly, and the vision ends.
Oh, we gotta get rid of this.
Do I recognize the place?
It was sand.
Like the desert we're in kind of sand?
I mean, it was a desert. Deserts are deserts, but maybe
If
this
she
is the
had,
most deserty
It's
desert
that
you've seen.
excavation site.
If she
So that's what I would give you for that question.
Okay.
It's that vision. Here you
Does,
go.
I would say, does the glowing in the hand remind me of a keystone at all? Did I see, or did
No,
I
it
just
was
see
green.
glowing? It was green?
It was green, and you could see that it was like an object.
Is it more
Remember,
azanite?
this is while you were studying Azanite and Kyotos. That happened.
she had the vision earlier of a hand breaking through sandstone. Would those two things be familiar to her?
No, that's none of your business.
Yeah, the vision you had.
Thank you. Thank you. Sorry, I had another question. Now it's gone.
Anything else?
Well, I had a question about that, but now I can't remember.
Study time. Study time.
anything
DM
about
playground. Study time.
Zedom?
No.
No.
Anything about the Harbinger or the Son of Loeb that we could find in our studies?
Oh.
Make a investigation check with advantage. This would have to be you on this one.
Come on, baby.
It's not
I
close.
remember my question. Whatever.
It's 18.
18.
We're good.
Different Google Doc.
Reaches for card. Withdraws hand.
So, in some of the text, more specifically about Loeb, it does mention that it starts talking about some of Loeb's children. Not necessarily by name,
Any
with your role,
Harbingers?
but you do hear and see. It talks more about his mate, Kova, which is the god crown goddess of death.
Goodness.
Many of Loeb's children turned out to be, some were gods, some were kind of metaphorical children that he begat and created as demons. So some very powerful demons are his children, and some gods became his children, and sometimes it was a mix between the two. And that's what you would learn about Loeb's children in these texts.
When it comes to the god crowns, how do they present themselves?
They don't. Physically, no.
Just at
Like
all?
in the
They're
material
just an
plane,
idea?
in like the planes, they like.
But how are they
Pretty much never.
like portrayed? Is it like, do they look like
Their gender.
people? Well, because they're but I mean, because are they animals? Are they
It
half
would
animal,
be.
half human?
It's in the God Crown book. It's very much like their true forms are beyond understanding.
Oh, okay.
But in legends, they have been known. Some believe it or believe it not. In some legends, they are known to take many forms. Some of them, and gods and goddesses have been in legends have been known to make many forms. God crowns specifically, very vague information on. But one of the god crowns is Bahamut, who is most likely depicted as a golden dragon.
Oh, okay, cool. I didn't know if it was.
So it just depends. You wouldn't find anything about Loeb or any of those. But
That's all the questions
I would
have.
probably say for book club.
We're gonna close the books and let's go share this information with our team. We can make a decision.
I think
Okay.
so. And if you're ever comfortable with it, I mean, I hate this advice, but I'm giving it to you. You could always pray to Loeb and see if he will give you any answers. If you'd like. I'm not going to.
Appreciate it.
So that being said, that's where we're gonna take a break as you guys go above deck. So we're gonna take a 10-15 minute intermission, go to the bathroom, get a drink. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. And yeah,
I love
see you guys in a
You're
bit.
majestic.
You are just.
That's your being right here.
What a just
Ice out here.
Oh, who hit the camera during the break? Ah! Embarrassing! Thank
It
you.
wasn't me!
Hello everyone! Welcome back to Downstage Dungeons. Hope you had a very nice intermission. We're all wearing funny rings because we did Amber's birthday cake during our break.
Now we can do the rest of happy birthday.
Yeah, can you actually scoot it back a little bit too?
Happy.
And she chose to give us the puppy.
Okay, and now a little bit that way.
What do you Reagan that
A
is?
little bit that way. Right there, good. Great!
got spiders.
I get a spider.
Alright, so,
the coolest, so.
as you guys travel onwards,
Royal
would you like to break this journey into 2 days or 1?
2 days.
It's up to you.
Does one give us a long
Wait,
rest
why-
and one not?
Yes!
Yes.
Is that
Oh,
it?
okay.
Did
Well,
I say
then,
that
then
right?
2 days. If it means long rest.
Okay.
Yes, whatever one gives us long
Oh,
rest.
but then the storm's gonna be closer.
But it's not
That
moving.
sounds
It's not moving.
The
How do we
storm
know?
is
I
not
asked.
moving because he rolled a natural 20.
Oh. Well, that's valid.
So,
So we were about to dispel magic.
back onto the ship.
Yeah.
You get pretty close to that location, probably like 5/6 of the way before finding a place to lay anchor for the night. Would anyone like to keep watch during the night?
I'll keep
I would
Dex.
love to.
I'll keep watch.
Geo, okay. Perception check for me, please.
I would love
You'll
to.
take first.
As the first, can I give guidance because he's the first? Like a little high five before I go to bed?
Didn't do anything.
16.
Just a
Well, never mind.
16.
16, I'm perceptive.
Sandy desert. It's cold out. We'll layer up with your armor. You'll be okay. Perception check.
$17.
17. Sandy night. Real cold. Chilly cold. Super
Can she
cold.
have Kelsier out? And they're
Yeah,
like-
sure. He'll be cold too.
They're like snuggling.
He's like shivering, but you're pretty warm.
He has a giant coat of fur.
And it's a desert at nighttime. It gets cold.
Hey,
It gets
redacted.
cold.
Streaming from Arizona. Redacted.
Cold.
Don't tell them where we are.
The Twitch name is Wex_AZ. They know. Geo, perception check.
16.
Did you all get 16s?
No, I got 17.
Peaceful desert night.
They're
Chilly.
Cold on the inside.
Geo,
It's just my bones.
you hear a voice from behind you. And you turn around and you see he hasn't been wearing his armor since really you guys saw him. But he's changed from his red tunic to his armor currently. And he's fully armed. He has all of his gear.
You going somewhere?
I wanted to ask you about where we're going.
Yeah.
Do you know much about it? Is it safe? Is it enemy territory? Is it neutral? Is it like the town you were just in?
To be honest with you, I don't think any of us really know. We're in search of those keystones that I'm sure you've heard all about. Not really. I don't really know anything other than that, though. And there's the Everstorm close.
All right. I was thinking. I've meditated. I feel good. I was thinking maybe we should scout ahead before morning. We could take my bike.
Absolutely.
How
Yes.
romantic.
You get your field
Sounds
trip.
good to me.
You should
Yes.
Field
Go
trip
back
with
and
a
watch.
life-changing field trip
All
with
right.
TJ.
Cool. Do you need to get anything, or do we?
No.
Let's go. Let's go.
I'll,
Sure.
Me.
Okay. So you guys just climb down the ship. You are leaving the ship
TJ and I are going.
like unattended right now. If you're okay with that.
You could just
Can
call.
we
You are in the
go
middle of a desert.
somebody
And
that knows
there's
how to
nothing
drive?
around through the
Yeah.
current watch.
Can
Kevin.
I send message to?
You can go wake someone up real quick.
I know a
Can
guy
I
who knows
just
how to
message?
drive.
If I message somebody, will that wake them up?
Nah.
We've tried that.
There's like a range and a here and a sight
Couple
thing,
times.
and if you were getting someone up for a
There's
watch, you'd
numerous.
probably just go wake them up anyway.
Okay, I'm just gonna give me 1 second. Let me wake up Lucky.
I knew it.
I'm gonna go wake up Lucky. Sorry to wake you. I know it wasn't your watch.
Oh. What?
I'll be right back. Just go up deck. I'll be right back.
All right. I'm gonna take my tinker tools with me.
You finished your first project that you've been working on the last couple days.
2 or 1.
4.
Okay. Sorry.
All right, we're set to go.
Okay. So you guys just lay her down. Lucky you kind of reeled back up and down the ladder with the crank system. You go over to the rear of the ship and open the garage, and there's his bike with the black armor on the side. All right, well, hop on, I guess.
Can I drive?
Do you know how?
I might be able to figure it out. I'll drive on the way back. Anyway.
Okay.
Just assumes.
It takes off up off the ground. It begins to levitate off the sound, and Lucky, you just watch Talarian and Geo go off into the night, as far as you can see.
Invited me.
Kind of clear skies. You know, there's lots of stars in the sky. The 2 moons doing their thing. So on the way there, is there anything you want to talk about? And it'll probably take. This bike is a bit faster than your boat, actually.
Cool.
You know, small, more concise, and as you make your way over, is there anything you want to do or discuss with TJ on the way?
So, I mean, why did you want to scout ahead? What got you up at this hour?
Well, my people don't need as much rest as most, and I'm a cautious person when traveling.
Understand.
I don't like going into potentially dangerous territory with a giant ship.
Smart man. This is probably not the first
No, I
time
mean,
you've done
I think
this.
it's a great ship. Don't get me wrong. I wasn't coming after your.
Thank you. I understood.
Wasn't coming after your ship or anything, but
Mhm.
yeah.
How do you know the rest of the group? I know I was told you were a prince. I thought that was a joke at first, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, my brainwashed father were killing all of my people, and they broke into my house, and I killed the elf, and I stabbed the dragon, and then we fought and settled our differences.
Did you say kill the elf?
Yeah, they broke into my house, but it wasn't my proudest moment.
That's true. We did break into his
Okay.
It's a
Yeah, who threatened his mom?
That was me.
Yeah, it was after the gnome girl threatened my mother's life, and they broke into my house and tried to kill me, but I tried to kill them first for threatening my mom.
I mean, I guess that's a reasonable reaction.
Yeah, they were staring into a mirror of all of my childhood memories at the time.
So they know you pretty well.
That about sums it up.
Pretty
Now you
much.
guys are all caught up on TJ.
It's not how I usually meet people, but anyway, we settled our differences, and then they killed my dad, and
You did help.
Geo does chuckle. Like, I'm sure you're
it's not that
joking.
funny. Just kind of what happened.
Oh, so you're telling the truth then? Sorry.
Would you like to make an insight check?
Anyway, well, I mean, they still seem to like you, regardless of killing one of them. So that's. I guess that's good. I guess I can trust.
I don't
that.
really get it either.
Well,
But I'm not dangerous, and I'm trying to. Well, I'm dangerous, but like not to you guys.
I mean, you've been a great help, if I'm being honest. I
Killing
mean,
the
you're really getting into your own with that mop up on board, if I'm being honest.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I look super embarrassed and sad when you say that.
I'm only kidding.
I grew up more privileged than I deserved.
Ooh. Hey, I mean, I wouldn't say I grew up privileged, but I know what you're talking about, I think. It's good to know that we have somebody good on our side, it seems.
I don't know if I'm good, but I'm trying.
You seem to hold your own, and protect those you care about. So, what really makes you good if that doesn't make you good?
Maybe a cleaner history.
Our past does get in the way sometimes. That's something I've understood for a while, but
How much evil do you think you can do before you can never be good again?
hard to say. I mean, I don't know if I've ever truly been evil, but
I have.
well, it seems you're making up for past sins, if you can say that.
That's exactly what I'd say.
But you're doing something about it is what matters, I think. Rather than most people that end up within themselves and don't try to make up for those past sins. So I think it's more than most.
I suppose.
Anyway, I think we're close.
Yeah, there's... What is that? You guys are passing. There's a small post, a wooden post, and on it is a... There is a pink flag. White flag. Yes. There's a white flag, and on it you see 3 pink eyes in a triangle.
Turn around, turn around, turn around! Yikes!
You familiar with that symbol at all?
No.
Oh no!
TJ doesn't know that symbol?
And I'm not familiar with that symbol, right?
Cool.
What
No.
a great group of people to go do this.
What a weird flag.
We saw it on people in town, though.
And we
There were
planted
people
it.
with
oh,
Paragon
but
Assembly.
you weren't gone.
Oh. Gigi
You just stay
wasn't
on the
there.
ship most of the time.
Yeah, Gigi wasn't there.
I don't think he would have known.
Freaking A.
We saw it in the
Continue.
castle and stuff throughout town.
Yeah,
This
there
was
were
on.
there was at least
5
one or two
sure.
people
This is a
with
trap.
5 sure.
Paragon stuff on him. But no, he
Paraphernalia.
wouldn't have
I
because he
don't
wasn't
think
Gio
there
wouldn't
that
have
day.
known.
But Gio definitely wouldn't have known.
Yeah.
Dang.
I don't think it's up to us.
Sneaky DM guy.
Cool.
Let me pick the one person.
That is an interesting flag. Anyway. Is there anything else close to the post? Or is it just this post in the middle of the desert?
10 minutes of travel passes. There's another post. And you see there's a point in the distance where the sand starts to go up onto hills. And you start to see there's a couple of structures or something ahead. Make a perception check. You can actually see pretty okay. It's a really bright night. 11. There are some sort of structures at the side of where the sand starts to go up. And Gigi starts to slow down a little bit. We're nearing where we're supposed to be. You've kind of been charting him for him through
cool.
this. It's kind of your expertise.
I think so. I'm not too sure, but up ahead looks important.
He kind of goes more into a gentle drift as you guys start to get nearer and nearer. And he steers kind of up the hill a little bit. Let's get a higher look at things. And as you do, he brings it to a close. Just near the apex of the hill. And he gets off. Up here. You follow him. Upwards on the hill. And once you reach the top, you see there is this deep kind of valley below you. And below it, you see all kinds of shafts and wooden structures. This is a mine. And going amongst it, you as you kind of approach, you can hear like the kind of this distant sound of chattering.
Is it
A language
goblin?
you for sure don't recognize. And as you look over into this place is full of these bug-like creatures.
Oh, yeah.
But they're kind of humanoid. They kind of stand with like They have wings too, so they'll occasionally like fly over to another post. A lot of them have like mining tools with them for digging and shoveling, and then there's like some of the bigger bug people kind of marching around. And suddenly you feel someone grab your shoulder as TJ says, "Get down!" And he pulls you down, and as you do, there is a gust of wind near you. Make a stealth check.
That's not good.
Dang it.
Roll better when he's on our side.
Eesh.
Oh dear.
Get down.
8.
Luckily for you, Talarian rolled a natural 20.
Oh,
Two successes.
my word.
As he pulls you down, there's this gush of wind. You all cover your eyes, and as it stops, you guys look up, and there is a large set of red wings flying around the night sky, and you,
That's
and you
your boy.
see a figure on it
We don't know.
in draconic armor,
She does not know what this is.
Oh no.
We're not
Flying-
there, we have no idea.
flying around, just kind of overseeing everything in the top. You can also see there's like small structures and large tents set up, like kind of on the left side near where some sand ships are, as it just delves into this mine. And you kind of look at your map like, that's the Farallon excavation site, I guess.
Looks about right.
He wasn't even in the tunnels when we
that-
heard Breon talking.
Very unfortunate.
Does that seem to be their leader, I guess? What is that?
I don't know. Kind of reminds me of. Never mind. And you see like the red-winged creature has like these 3 heads. One is like this draconic head, one a lion. It's definitely a chimera.
No.
As it just kind of flies around, occasionally it goes down into the valley and flies around further on.
Do you know much
This place is huge too. It like goes on and extends and goes to the left. It's a huge valley, and there, in like the hilltops, it's like quite a distance the other way, and there's like sandstone jagged in the top of the valley sticking out. They're definitely digging for something.
I mean, I'm not too familiar with these keystones, but I mean, is that a way you find a keystone, by mining for it, or how's that normally done?
I'm not sure. My family guarded our keystone for generations before things went to somewhere not nice.
To shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
The 7th layer.
Well, I assume this is where we're supposed to be.
They don't seem armed other than tools, but I'm unfamiliar with these people.
I mean, I'm not too worried about these people, but I'm more worried about that.
Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah, it looks like it would not be very nice to have to combat.
Geo feels an innocuous sense of dread.
Anything else you want to do right now, Gio?
Almost like in another life
Um,
that killed me.
Is there a place that we can get closer at all?
Make a perception check.
7.
7. Not well. TJ kind of beckons you over. Let's go further down. Carefully.
I'll follow you.
Roll another stealth check.
Fucking down sand. It's Sandy Hill.
14.
14. You got like a 21, so you guys are good.
What's his plus and stuff?
I love it. He's stealthy boy. He snuck up on us.
He's also in like full black armor, and also right now he probably has his helmet up with like the jagged tooth visor and the horns that kind of curve and go back. As you guys go further down the valley a ways, just being mindful of your surroundings, and you come around the curve, you start to notice, and TJ kind of points out to you, look, I don't think this is a natural valley. And he kind of points down, and you see that from where you were with the tents and ships and stuff, it definitely descends. And as you go further and further down, eventually you do reach a little bit of an end. It kind of just goes forward and then turns. Make a perception check for me. You can have advantage on this too, since TJ's helping you.
Lord.
I'm rolling too well, man.
Oh my gosh. 10.
Oh.
10?
Yeah. This is really...
So you don't get too much information. But near the very bottom of where this goes in the curve around, there you see this triangular prism sticking out of the ground. And further down, you start to see very old architecture sticking out. People kind of digging around them, fallen pillars, old broken houses. And in this triangular prism, you can see there's some sort of hole that's been dug into. And you see various of these bug creatures going into it. And these ones specifically are very heavily armed with spears. One of them has 2 swords. And they're going down in like a group as they enter the hole.
TJ, you wouldn't happen to know what that is, would you?
Probably where we're gonna go tomorrow.
Oh no!
Another gust of sand comes by as the chimera. You hear like a roar come from it as it kind of goes by you. We should get back.
Absolutely. Is there a place that I can see like where sand ships would go to dock? Is this place more
yes,
like a
you saw that
city?
on the way in. There's like a various tents. It's like a dig site. There's a ton of tents, like rows and rows near the entrance where like the 2 parts of the valley started to meet on the hill and descend. And there were bigger tents there as well.
Would this be like, from what I see, it looks like this huge bind, this dig site. So this doesn't look like a place where tourists would go, or that there would be...
No. And TJ
outsiders.
also pointed out to you that this doesn't look like a valley. This isn't like a canyon that is like beautiful and like carved out. It looks like beautiful and natural. It looks like this is carved out and dug and like they've been here a while.
So all of these people that are funneling in and out, it would be weird for any other race to kind of...
Make a perception check on your way out.
Words with you later. That's better. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Most of these people are the bug people, but mixed in there you do see some soldiers with that kind of like tabard of the white and the pink eyes, and there's some tieflings, a few orcs. So there are some different races, but it is primarily this bug race.
Okay. Do I know what these bug people things are?
Make a history check, but we'll see.
Make it good. Natural 20, 22.
You guys have gotten a natural 20 on like every hard history check. That's been fun. I do need to know what your history modifier is with the natural 20.
+2.
The DC was 22.
Oh my god.
22.
So
22.
You might have read stories, maybe, about this particular sect of people. Your memory is just really on point today. They are known as Skethis.
Skethis.
Yes. As far as you know... Natural 20. As far as you know, not a very confrontational people. Not a lot is known about them. They don't like gather and live in certain places. They're just kind of a creature race that is they communicate like other races, but would very seldomly be found, but they exist.
Okay.
Wow.
Cool.
Let's just find everything out about this race.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Well, let's start to head out. Get out of here.
Okay. So you guys sneaky on back. I won't make you roll another stealth check. How about I drive for a little bit and then you take over once we're a fair distance away?
I guess that's all right.
you make your way back. Based on the distance, I'll say it's probably about an hour there, hour back on the bike. So, I don't know, you get like 10 minutes away and he lets you take over a drive. You've been watching really carefully and it's been pretty similar. Make a land vehicle check.
Hey.
I'll give you advantage on this though since he's helping you.
Cool.
It's so romantic.
You get PJ's advantage. Put your
Natural
hand
19,
here.
natural 18, so 23.
There are the rolls.
There
we go. Wow.
Yep, he you drive the bike and it's freaking awesome.
Yes.
Tight.
Good doing this.
The
Like
wind
people.
goes through. It feels like flying a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It does remind you a bit of home. So,
Love you.
you guys get back. Lucky's still taking watch, and the sun is starting to rise, and this would be near the end of your guys' long rest. So if you haven't already, make sure you do take the benefits of a long rest.
She's playing catch with her mage hand.
Let's do it.
Can I change some of my spells during this long rest?
As a
just-
paladin,
I believe so.
Player's handbook.
I do not think so.
Player's handbook.
Because
I would love if I could.
I thought-
I think
It's
druids,
usually
I think
only for ones
wizards.
with prepared spells.
druids can, wizards can some.
Sorcerers
Can paladins
can.
change spell during a long rest?
Wizards
you can change your
can?
list of prepared spells when you finish a long rest.
Great.
Cool.
Wait, wizards
Yeah, I
can't
wanna
do
change?
it.
Does that count for Eldritch Knights because they pull from that spell list?
I'm not sure.
Probably
Let's
not.
look into it
I
later.
have to pray and meditate, so I'm gonna go pray to Loeb at my altar. I'm also gonna
Maybe ask him some
ask him some questions.
When you wake up, make it. What would you like to say?
I don't want this to get sacrilegious. Loeb. Oh, powerful, powerful son of a gun.
Son of a gun.
I'm sorry for being the worst and for not being as faithful. My friends and I were going up against something crazy. I think he's related to you, your son, the harbinger of something or other. I think my name's better. But is there any advice or anything you can tell us that might help us? Help me. Yours truly, your faithful servant. The carrier of chaos.
Sincerely me.
Make a religion check with advantage.
Yay.
Well
Good
done,
roleplay
sir.
All you
moment.
hear is don't
Well
talk to me
done,
or my
sir.
son again.
Wow.
14?
Natural one was one of them.
No.
14. That was an 11.
Oh.
14.
Yeah.
Card.
Card.
Oh, yeah.
Hey!
Nice.
I got
nice,
the
very
nice
nice.
22.
22. Okay.
Very
Would you like
nice.
to know the result?
I would love to.
Okay. What is currently attached to your hand?
Probably at this point, my regular hand.
Your regular hand. You start to hear this muffled coming from your hand.
I look at it, and I'm gonna look at the statue, like the altar, and look back, and I'm gonna just.
Still muffled.
Okay.
Hard to understand.
I'm gonna use my brain and take off my hand,
Okay.
and then try again.
Do not interfere. The coming of the damned.
I'm just gonna put my hand right back on.
You're on the wrong
You know
side.
there's no way that was like Loeb. But
Could have been
that is what you hear.
his son.
You picked the right guy.
Oh my gosh, I know. When he said what god he picked, I laughed so hard.
Let's say
Remember, he made this character without watching episode 10 or 9.
Crazy.
I'm gonna say
That's hilarious.
okay. Anything else for me? And I'm gonna take off my hand and try one more time.
Silence.
Cool. I'm gonna put my hand back on. I'm gonna say, Thank you. And I'm gonna just cross myself with an X and just
X.
Thank you.
All right. Anything else you guys want to do?
I'm gonna look
Morning
at my
time.
spell list.
I would like to give Joan some stuff.
Okay.
Ooh. Stuff.
You find Joan.
Well, wait.
Huge stuff,
Only took
girl.
you
Oh, I
2
forgot
seconds.
what I
Took
wanted
everyone
to
else
do.
8 episodes.
That is completely different circumstances.
Well,
She's
Joan-
asleep on a ship.
Yeah.
There's only so many places. She was kidnapped. Let's clarify.
Joan is sleeping.
Bitter reaction from Leslie.
Oh, clearly.
Joan is
There are a
sleeping in
lot.
the main room with Kelsier.
Okay. Easy to find.
I'll wait for them to come up on deck. When
And yeah, she wakes up, and gets dressed, goes upstairs, and she's in her armor.
Okay.
Joan, I have some things for you.
Did I drop something?
No. I've been tinkering a little bit. I don't know if you see it with the glasses. I call it tinkering because I make stuff.
That's so cute.
Yeah. Well, I thought because you're the sneaky one, right? Right. You
Most of
tend
the
to
time.
be sneaky,
Yes.
and that sometimes you might want to like sneak
Unless
up on
Kevin's a
things
bird.
or get away from things. So she's gonna pull out, and they're 4 like football shaped, kind of size of your hand. They are instant darkness grenades. For Joan, you have 4 of
Can I
them.
see this?
Yeah.
Oh no.
So
Oh,
you use these. It's
My
like
goodness.
it's like Dex's spell where he just creates darkness. It's a little smaller than that.
Smaller and smokier.
Yeah, smaller and smokier, but it could help you sneak up on people.
This is so nice.
We're never gonna see Joan again.
I can't remember the last time someone gave me a present.
Well, you know, Gigi's got the shield, and Dex has got the hand, and I got the crossbow, and now we're like
Last
a
time
whole...
someone gave you a present, it was a paper butterfly.
That's true.
Don't remind me.
And now we're like a whole
It
group,
was like
so I
2
thought
days ago.
like that might help you.
That was different.
You don't always have the advantage in the combat, so this might give you an advantage in the combat scenarios.
She like looks a little more chagrined, but still excited. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I feel like it needs a cool name for it.
The shadow grenade?
Ooh.
That's the name.
Like Shadow Bomb or something, you know?
That would pretty much give you sneak attack if you used it.
Shadow grenade.
She puts them in her
That's what
bag.
it's
Thank
called.
you so much,
I
Lucky. I wish...
can make more. So if you run out in the future and you need more, you just let me know. It takes like a couple days, couple hours. but I
That is
can
so
put it
kind
together.
of you. Thank you.
Oh.
Joan just runs up and like
I like
she's
making
short.
things.
She's like 5'3". How tall are you?
6'4".
Yeah. So like over a foot shorter than this woman. She just like wraps her arms super tightly around her her waist. That is so kind of you. Thank you so much.
No issue. You have anything you think of that you might want tinkered? I love making new things. It's like my whole
I'm
thing.
so glad you're so nice.
People need to give you stuff more often.
I think it's my love language.
Is it now, Kevin?
She doesn't know anything.
Lucky does.
Really?
Yeah, Emmy told it to Lucky and Gigi the first day that she met.
Oh yeah.
Emmy's a gossip. Right.
He's like, I've been holding on to this tea.
So, you guys being above deck, Emmy, Kevin, anything you guys want to do come morning time? Specifically, or just...
Switch out my spells.
Okay. Kevin?
That's what Emmy wants to do.
Kevin's gonna open up.
Oh, pardon me. Sorry.
He's gonna open up the spell book he took off of those little kobold guys. Do some reading. Just want to see if I can find a spell in there I don't know, and potentially learn if I studied long enough.
Oh, I have.
I wouldn't say there's a ton in there that you wouldn't have heard of.
Yeah.
But there are stuff in there that you don't have prepared.
Cool.
Just basic level 1, 2 wizard spells.
If I studied long enough, would I potentially be able to?
It's always good to hit the books. It's how Kevin learned magic in the first place, was from books and trying and retrying and a friendly person.
Yeah.
Did you expand that book that you got when we were in the caves, the puzzle book? That was expended.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
There's the amulet though that nobody's wearing right now. Gives
And
you-
an axe that nobody is using. And a hammer.
amulet's
that
the
Emmy has.
plus 2
Yeah.
wisdom.
Emmy has a hammer.
The amulet is the +2 to wisdom, so whichever of you have the lowest wisdom,
I have a -1 wisdom.
throw that on.
We'll talk. Anyway, can Joan approach Emmy before like everyone gets together?
Sure.
Emmerich, I was wondering, you know that stone you have?
Mm-hmm.
I was going to try to see if I could see Imogen and see how she's doing, or see if I can connect with it somehow.
You can try, but
I know it's a long shot, but I'm just worried about them.
You can certainly try.
Is
you
that
have
alright
to give
with
it
you?
back.
Of course.
She very hesitantly hands it over.
Make a charisma saving throw.
Wait, what?
You can't give up.
Yes, do it.
Oh wait, are we doing? I'm so sorry. Are we doing Zazor's stone or the?
Keystone.
Oh,
No,
we're doing
Zazor's
Keystone.
stone.
I thought it was
Oh, you want
Zazor's
Zazor's stone?
Yeah.
Apologies. Okay.
No, you're
Sorry, I
good.
thought it was Keystone.
We said stone. Could be.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
Yeah.
You guys got a lot of rocks.
Oh, sorry. I'll call it the crystal.
Yeah, do we want to call it the
It's
crystal?
a shard.
The shard.
Do you want it to make an Arcana check? You guys know who it is and what it is. It's called the Shard of Kyotos.
The shard of
Yeah,
Chaos.
right.
Anyway, so it doesn't take a check. She can just hand it to me.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I have a spot where I like to pray? Do you mind if I take it for a moment and give it back to you in a few minutes?
Okay.
If not, it's all right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Can I hang out with Kelsey or while you wait?
That was so awesome.
Of course.
He's just out.
Oh, he is out?
Yeah.
He's out and about. Can we go and, like, pet him?
Okay, and then
He's like the
Joan,
only one she has no beef with.
Joan walks into the bathroom.
Okay.
Her praise.
I have a special place.
I tell you that. She sits on the chamber pot, brings out a newspaper.
Okay, what would you like to do?
That's funny.
Jonathan?
Talarian walks out,
Sorry.
you hear it flush. Oh, sorry.
Don't bring.
sorry, I'll give you a moment.
Sorry. So Joan walks into the restroom.
Okay.
Takes a moment. She takes the shard.
You hear like a flush and Dex walks out of there first.
Don't make this
Hands
funnier.
Jonah newspapers.
Alright, sorry, Joan, go ahead and do what you want to do.
So Joan walks in and kneels in her usual spot that she's found that's like the one place that's secluded from the rest of the ship.
Yeah.
And she takes a shard and goes to her knees and squints her eyes and calls out in her mind asking Kyros to help manifest a vision of her sister and see where she is right now.
Make a religion check with disadvantage.
What?
It's a shard.
Oh.
The god crown connected to the shard. 6?
Yeah.
You feel really kind of dirty doing this.
Do I need to ask forgiveness from Cyaradrin? Okay.
You're a paladin now.
As she starts to feel kind of guilty, she'll like touch the back of her neck and call out to Cyaradrin. Say, I apologize for calling out to another goddess.
My bad.
Not a phone call you want to make.
I thought we were the break.
We were on a break!
I promise it's in no disrespect or disloyalty to you. I'm looking for Imogen. And I want to know that she and my sister are safe since I've sent them away.
There's an image in your brain. Just one. You see a castle-like structure in flames. You see the silhouette of a person with their foot up on someone. And you look there, and there is the limp body of some dirty elven boy you've never met in green and brown rags. Next to them, this female fawn also leaned over, her curly hair covering her face, also limp. This orange-haired person that you see is you. Two of them, very similar. You see Imogen and Fiola lying limp, and this person has a hand of fire. The vision breaks.
Did I recognize that person as someone I know at all?
You've seen someone with a fire molten magma hand before,
Who?
but no other details. Usadar.
Josh, I'm so scared.
You recognize
possible futures.
You recognize nothing else.
Did the castle look like the one she grew up
You've
in?
never seen that castle
Okay,
before.
so she doesn't know what that is.
Potential future, potential present.
Dude, future's not looking great.
Yikes.
Did
Half
she
of these
feel
visions
better
are like
about her connection with Sayarjan after
Carrion
calling out to
killed
her?
you.
You don't feel great at all. You feel horrible. Everything that just happened was terrible.
She drops the shard. Like, she's on her knees, so it's very...
Gotta stop dropping that thing. Doesn't break.
It's very close to the ground. Like, puts it on the floor.
No, you dropped it. Makes sense.
You dropped
Can't say you didn't drop it after I rolled. It's okay.
You're a shark.
Yeah, that's that is what you saw.
In total shock, she's gonna walk out. Almost burst out. Emmerich!
Sorry. Wait, are you coming up deck?
Well, were you
She
on
just
deck?
shouted for you.
That's what I figured we were on the deck when we...
Yeah, she shouts for Emmerich.
Can I talk to Kelsey or anytime?
Sure,
Okay, I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals.
for sure. Start of the day.
I love this dog.
I love this dog.
This dog. Hey, how are you? How you doing?
Lady Emmerich?
Stop. Stop. I'm sorry. Whew. Get in character. And I would like to say, Emmy's given lots of love to while this is happening, you know.
He kind of like, it's a little awkward now because he's like already like showed his stomach to you before you cast Speak with Animals, so now it's just like.
Dude. How are you doing? I know there was a whole battle. I'm not sure what you see in the necklace or what your perspective was.
It's been interesting, like flying.
Oh yeah, because Joan can like do that now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's kind of like, I mean, it's just kind of like a room. And there's like a square I can see.
She's been inside.
Yeah, but yeah.
That's my room.
He's also a dog. Yeah, I was there for a little bit. I have to ask, did they leave when I left? Like, did they retreat?
When you left, you mean, in the battle a few days ago? No, Joan chased after you as much as she could, but there were hundreds of them. And she would have died.
No, I get that. She's
But-
stupid.
I think she's nice.
Well, they're not, you know, mutually exclusive.
Sure.
Sure. She shouldn't do that. I don't know if I'm gonna be around forever. Will you protect her as best you can?
I won't fail again like I did last time, if that's what you mean.
You're a good boy.
Oh.
I am a good boy.
Good boy.
Yes,
Yes, I am.
and then you hear Joan scream your name.
Oh, that's our girl.
Dog bolts.
Joseph rushes upstairs. Floods of tears.
All of you are like above deck now, so you just see Joan bawling, crying, coming up the stairs, holding the shard. If you picked it up.
Yeah. We need to find Imogen right now. I think Lucidor has her. I saw her. She was dead, and I can't.
How did you see anything? It's okay. Emmy's gonna take the shard from her, and then also kind of. What position are you? Sorry, I mean that. Like, are you kneeling down, or are you like? This is a Reagan question.
I don't know. She wouldn't know.
No, what's Joan doing?
What's
She's
Joan
standing
doing?
Oh,
there.
currently Joan is like shaking, but she'll probably fall to her knees.
Oh, okay, cool.
As you
So
take
Emmy's
the-
gonna
as-
come up and like.
As
do
you
a
take
little-
the shard from Joan, and at her words, you do see a flash, and you see a elf boy. You see Calyx, you know.
Yay!
You see Calyx. He's laying down in a bed as if sleeping. There are weird-looking, kind of cloaked, wizardy people around, and just sitting next to him, just laughing and having a conversation. You see this very thin, tall Leonin with like little glasses. There's like a little statue person, like this little wooden statue person with a blue hat on his shoulder, and he's just laughing with Calliope sitting next to Calyx, who is sleeping, and then the vision breaks.
I saw her. Lucidor had her, and she was dead with Fiona in front of a castle
Joan.
I've never seen before.
Joan, I think I saw her too. Whoa, I just changed accents.
You didn't see Imogen.
I didn't see
You
Imogen,
saw
but I saw-
Calliope, a tall lion person, and Calyx.
Do I recognize the Leon?
Never
No,
seen.
Never seen.
We need to find her. She has to be okay. I asked to see her, and I asked where she was, and that's what it showed me. And I can't lose her again.
We don't know if this is the actual future or if it's potential future. I just saw Calyx and Calliope, and they seemed
I know who
okay. They
Calliope
seemed
is?
happy. I think we.
Yeah, you met.
Yeah,
We met.
You
So,
met Calliope.
I recognized her in the vision,
Yeah, I mean her face was covered by her big bushy hair, but
but her figure.
probably. You probably would have gotten there about this point, like, oh, that was that one.
I saw that one who was traveling with you.
Calliope.
She was dead. And a boy. An elf and young boy.
What did he look like?
He had brown hair and a thin frame with brown and green clothing. Pale skin. He was filthy though. Needed a bath.
Was he awake or was he asleep?
He was dead. They all were.
That has to be Calyx, but I don't know how
What
they would get
is-
in that situation.
There has to be some validity to it. That can't have come from nothing.
So did you just ask to see?
I prayed. At first I prayed to cure us, but that didn't feel quite right to me. So I called out to Sayordran, telling her what I hoped to see and apologizing, and I don't know what she thinks of me right now, but I can't worry about that. I just asked and prayed, and I've never seen anything like that. And I want to find them. I want them to be here. I don't want them to die. Not Theola, not again. Not Imogen. And I'm sure your friends I'm unfamiliar with.
Emmy's gonna like kind of grab her face and wipe her tears away, and like put her forehead against hers, and say, "Looks like we both have sisters that we need to find." And hopefully this will help us find them, but we can't trust this fully. And we can't act irrationally, because that's how people get hurt or lost. And so we need to really think and work hard, and we're gonna find them.
Okay. I'll write them. I'll make sure they're okay. Can Joan like pull a pen and paper?
You also hear. Kelsier is just kind of pushing his head against your thigh.
She holds him and like puts his head against hers. I'll write them. Emmerich, would you want to try writing your sister? It seems that Tim can find people.
I think we should reach out to Imogen and Calyx first.
Would you like to
in
try?
Calliope.
After
Because
that?
we at least know that they're somewhere. Whereas with June, I know nothing. I thought she was dead. She still might be.
Joan takes out a pen and paper. Thank you, Emmerich. Composes herself, wipes her tears away, and starts writing.
Can we work on the letter together?
Sure.
Cool.
Okay.
I'll write it and then you can let me know.
Cool.
I'll show it to you.
Anyway, this is happening on deck and everyone is here.
I'd like to
By
pass
the way.
out my elixirs
Not quite.
Okay.
from the
Are they not
night
back
before.
yet?
No.
Oh, I figured they. Oh, okay. I see.
He had his watch first, and it was like an hour there.
Oh.
So Gavin, Joan just had a meltdown. You were around. Dex, you saw it.
Oh,
Mug, you saw it. And in the kind of silence that follows, you do hear like a. You arrive at the ship, and there's no ladder down.
Kevin is just gonna silently walk over to the ladder and where it would be.
Ahoy.
I'll help him too.
You guys have already put the bike in the garage at this point, and you just see Talarian and Geo just looking up at you guys.
Go for a little.
Hey, Kevin.
Hey, man.
Can you drop the ladder?
Yeah,
I'd
sure.
like to go to safety.
Let it down.
Climb up.
Real quick, do you think we should ask them to join us or ask
You
them
can
how
give
they're
me the
doing?
letter after the session, so you guys can just chat about together.
Can I just pass out the elixirs before we get into the role play, just so that they know they have them for
Sure.
the next long rest? You have the elixir of swiftness. It adds 10 feet to your movement for a minute. You have
Wait,
the-
do you want to give that to me? Because I also have boots of speed and I can fly really
Heck
fast.
yeah, you go so fast.
And I have a magic carpet.
Yes.
Alright.
Fastest.
Fastest girl in school.
And then,
So
Kevin,
cool.
you have the elixir of boldness. It adds a d4 to any attack rolls or saving throws for a minute.
Wow.
So a minute of how many feet? 15?
10.
That's not damage. Just keep that in
Just
mind.
2 hits.
Attack, roll, and yeah. save.
It's adds to every attack roll and saving throw.
For a minute.
Mm-hmm.
If you're close to me, you get another plus.
It's until I take a long rest again. So it's just for the day.
Cool.
Okay.
And then Gigi and Talarian come on board.
Yes. We're here. That was not character. You guys just climb up, and Talarian kind of takes off his helmet. He takes like a cloth out. He's kind of wiping. There's some post helmet residue and sweat that he kind of like wipes off as he climbs up.
Now, first, I would like to say he has a sweet bike. So if you ever get a chance to ride it, highly recommend.
He offers you a fist bump.
Yeah.
Aw.
I know what I was doing.
I really hope he doesn't die. Because we're all forming really great bonds with him. The last time that happened, he turned into a dragon.
I guarantee you all, Talarian Demetrius will not turn into a golden dragon. A golden dragon.
So what happened? We going?
No, you go ahead.
Okay,
Aw.
yeah. Well, we were going into town, we saw this pink flag with some eyes on it. It was kind of weird looking.
What
What?
Wait, so
You saw what now?
I saw a
Hold on.
pink flag with 3 eyes on it. It looked pretty weird.
Oh god.
But anyway, that's not even the cool part. That's
Yeah,
why
It's not cool at all, actually.
Make a history check.
Ooh.
Joan starts
It's a
crying.
natural
again.
one.
Never mind.
You don't get
Why
the
does the
backstory.
flag matter much? I mean, it's just a flag like any other place we visited.
Are you familiar with the Paragon Assembly at all?
Paragon Assembly sounds like some type of shop, like
No.
Needs perhaps.
No.
It's a chain.
You've never been to these.
No, never mind. I don't know what I just said.
Ernaxia Stables.
Yeah, it's just like another chain that we're
Eric's
familiar-
Stables.
Eric's Stables.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, one of them.
No.
Don't go there.
Yeah. Just stay clear of Erickson Stables when you're with, I guess, just me, actually.
Oh god.
Oh, character deaths.
So the Paragon Assembly, simply put, like the group of like the worst people on the planet. They're trying to like destroy everything.
Does this have something to do with the Keystone?
Has everything to do with the Keystones and the deaths of like almost everyone that we know and love.
They have a reason our friends are
His
dead.
father was a member of the assembly.
Yep.
My
That's why
brother
we killed
is a
him.
member.
That's why we're going to kill him.
It's kind
Yeah.
of like
Yeah.
a family
Me,
business.
I am.
Yeah, his
No,
brother.
I
likes-
did
It's not a family business.
It's not a family business.
Not a family business.
Nope.
Character.
It's definitely not the
No,
family
his,
thing.
His
Nope.
dad like rode a scythe, and then his brother rode a chimera. It's crazy.
What is that word that you just said?
Chimera? Scythe? Brother?
Chimera.
Mm-hmm. Right, like
Rogue.
3-headed dragon.
You totally saw a
thing.
chimera, didn't you?
Yes.
And was there someone riding it?
He's still 21.
It definitely looked like it. Definitely looked like it. It didn't seem very nice.
What did it look like?
Could I tell from where I was at?
Yeah, there was like the dragon head and the go head, and then there was the dragon guy on it.
Did
Well,
you?
guy, he was. I don't know if he was a dragon guy. He had like dragon armor.
Features. He was a dragon feature-esque man.
Ah, yeah.
So yeah, that happened. Did you say that was your? You said a brother was
Yeah,
riding that thing.
that would be Brian.
Well, he's there, so hopefully you guys are on good terms.
Well, he's not going to be there for long.
Not even a little bit.
It's crazy.
I'm putting 2 and 2 together. This has everything to do with your friends.
He killed me.
We're going to kill him. I'll hold him.
So this
And
is
Kevin
best
just like
news.
uncharacteristically like very serious in this moment because I am.
Would you like the hammer?
That would be great.
And he hands over the hammer. You have the mantle now.
The mantle.
Crush it his skull, dude.
So this isn't good news at all. Yeah,
Ancestral hammer. Inventory.
they were also. We moved a little bit further into town. There was also this one like
Share the swords.
triangular thing.
Does someone want the Gemini blade? It freaks me out.
I do. I'll take it. You have a hammer.
No, I don't. I
Just
gave
gave
her
the hammer away.
No. Emmy doesn't have any weapons. She has
Kevin
a
has
dagger.
4 swords on his back.
2 more in his
Has no
days.
dagger
I'm
and
looking,
right
I'm looking like that.
Yeah, that's. You'll see that at the end of the episode.
Can we add that to the Reagan montage, please?
Well, she's under the table. I just saw her hand pop out.
Did the battle cam get the
No, the battle cam's off right now.
Dang it.
That looks good.
So,
So the Paragon Assembly is
What do we
here.
do?
Yeah, well, there was another thing that they were guarding, it seemed. There's this triangular thing with a hole in it. I don't know what it was. I looked pretty weird. I didn't see any keystones, but do you gather keystones from like a mine? Because that's what it looked like we were in.
Wherever they
Mine
are.
was on a boat. My father's. It wasn't mine. Personally, it wasn't my boat. It was like my family's boat. And then the keystone was... Well, you guys remember. Yeah, it was a boat.
We need to find it.
Did I find what?
We need to
Love this shit.
destroy it. And we need to kill Brion.
Well, he's definitely there, it seems.
You know, real negative vibe
how-
from this group.
How strong is your brother?
He killed.
I mean, I'm assuming pretty
He's
strong,
strong.
but is
He's stronger.
can we
He
take
kind of like nods toward Talarian. He's stronger. That's it.
Dang.
So we can take him, is what you're saying.
We should have had him last time.
We were really close.
It was my fault.
That fire breath.
It was no one's fault.
What do you think about this, TJ? I mean, you saw everything that I saw.
Like he's in a similar boat to TJ right now, just like.
Keep in mind, every time you guys have a group meeting, TJ's like off, just like watching it and listening. Like, oh, I mean, I didn't fight him. I haven't fought him before.
I mean, seeing everybody there, I can't imagine us fighting the entire mine, or like city, or whatever that is.
No one's ever caused us the kind of damage to Maximus Ultor that Brion did.
Josh, you have a pencil. The pen's not working.
So pretty
Well,
sure Calyx is spelled with
There's a lot of people there.
It's spelled with K.
K-A-L-E-X.
My character numbers.
Oh, well.
Not a Calliope backstory character.
It's E-X, not I-X, right?
EX, yes.
Yeah, K-A-L-E-X.
Gotcha.
Yep.
I did K-A-Y-C-A-Y-L-E-X.
It's another awkward. Joan, you're so pretty, but.
Are you guys familiar with Skethis? Is that it?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Skethis.
You guys familiar with any Skethis people?
Did I ever meet any in my underground?
No Maggies, no Maggies. Probably not. Probably not. No.
Is that like
That's
a
a no.
like a chain or like a store of some kind?
No. That is a different race that it sounds like none of you have met before. They're like kind of bug people.
Yeah, we
Not-
just fought a bunch of bugs.
Did they speak common?
I wonder if there's any correlation.
We are in the desert.
You're right. Sorry.
I didn't mean that.
JJ!
I didn't mean that to be demeaning.
No, yeah, I didn't think about it. You're good. No, we're good.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, it's a different race. They're bug people. I don't know if they bug people, but they are bug people. If you guys don't know what I'm saying.
What?
Bug people,
Sorry.
bug people. Okay.
Oh,
sorry.
I get it.
I tried something. It didn't land.
I would love to have Calyx and Talarian Jr. in a room together.
Calyx, Callum, and Talarian all together.
You guys look like Callum was. Callum's definitely the most confident. Solarian is like confident, he just doesn't know what to do with himself, and Calyx has no confidence at all.
It's
They're like the
perfect.
three amigos of like confident in like one area, super confident, not confident at
It's
all.
perfect.
Josh, we're gonna have you roleplay all of them at once one day. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
Rock's fault.
Rock's fault, Calyx.
So I mean, we could definitely go. It does seem a little dangerous.
We're going. Joan, like, straightens herself up.
I can rig
I
around
mean,
the sock.
if he's the one who took the life of our friends, then I mean that's where I'll go.
I'm gonna switch hands and say, let's go get this guy.
We would love that.
Well, I'll start the ship, I guess.
Should we pull up in the ship, or do you think we should travel on foot?
It seemed there was room for ships.
Our ship looks a lot different than their ships. This one's a lot bigger and nicer.
Can you do that on a ship?
Well, no, not on
No,
the
but
ship,
on
but we'd have to
us.
walk, yeah.
Did we see anywhere? Do you remember seeing anywhere safe to park this whole thing? Because I mean, we could walk there, but it is a ways.
No.
How close do you think we can get?
I mean, do you have some sort of camouflage or... I don't know.
Camouflage. That's a great idea. Why didn't we think of that?
Lucky. Yeah, we need to start working on something.
Sorry,
That's a good
I
idea.
just
Invisible.
We don't have that, but I mean, we have used other different spells and things in the past too. I mean, wait, can you use pass without a trace on an entire ship?
No, it's
Just
definitely
creatures.
on creatures.
Just creatures. Yeah, there's really no way to hide this thing then.
We could leave someone behind. Drive the ship around while everybody else scurries off to find whatever we're looking for.
Well, that means it's either going to be me, you, or Dex. It's going to be taking that, and I feel like I haven't fought this guy before, but I feel like the more hands to fight this guy, especially with this chimera.
Can you lock up the ship at all?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
Anchors and brakes, yeah.
anchors and things like that, but not like.
A defense.
The-
system.
I mean, the only thing that would really occur to you is that sometimes there'd be ups and downs of places. You could maybe settle in somewhere there, but it's tricky having this big old ship.
What if we... How long did you travel, you say?
It took about an hour there.
Let's go 30 minutes. Alright? And then we'll walk the rest of the way. And
Fine,
do it under
did
the
it?
cover of night.
Well, it was also an hour for them on a motorcycle. So that's not the
probably
same
gonna
as us
be-
walking.
I would say like an hour and a half on the ship. Possibly.
We go 45 minutes. We walk the other way,
Yeah.
which will take
And
probably about a couple hours.
I think going at night probably would be a bit better, so we can just use darkness as our ally.
We'd also be lugging around all of our armor and stuff through a desert.
What
for
kind of creatures did you say these were?
They're called Skethis. They're bug creatures.
And they were working in the night.
Yeah, it seemed they were digging and looking for something. There was this pillar of, it was like this triangular pillar or something like that. That
And they
were
seemed-
guarding.
It looked like a large structure buried underground.
They seemed quite active then.
Some of them.
And Kev, you have night vision, correct? It might not matter whether or not we're under the cover of night or not then. If these bugs can see in the dark and are working actively then, it might be better to just go in as quickly as possible if they aren't sleeping. Or perhaps they're nocturnal and it's better to go in the day.
I think perhaps we could start the journey and look for somewhere on the way we could dock.
I think that's the best idea.
Are we going to be stealthy about this, or are we going to send it?
Always stealthy.
I think being stealthy is definitely the way to go in this one. There's a lot of them. There's a lot. And especially if we're gonna have to fight a chimera and his brother. I
Alright,
don't want to fight too many people.
let's do it then. And I'm going to just go down the underdeck.
Kevin.
I'm done. Oh,
Well,
Welcome to the montage, Leslie.
That was a great throw.
Kevin,
Good sound.
It was a good time.
That was satisfying, yeah.
your family will be avenged today. As will Haru and Samira.
Well, if we're going on like a quest to like 100% kill the chimera dude, we could like lure the chimera dude away and just fight him on the chimera and get that out of the way. If we're like 1,000% like just going on a revenge mission, which is the general feel I
What was
get.
that noise?
start.
He was just driving.
I mean, okay, I am all for revenge, to be honest with you. I've had my fair share of trying to get that, but is that the only reason we are going here?
No.
There's supposed to be another keystone, right?
We're looking for the keystone.
I guess this is my question. If
Justice doesn't hurt.
If we go and we approach and we see this guy that everyone seems to want to kill very, very badly, is half of this party going to spontaneously go after that guy, or are we going to agree to stay stealth and covered? Because if you guys are going to spontaneously attack him at any moment, I need to know that now.
He's a dickhead, but
We'll
he's
make
not,
sure.
He's not stupid. So I think the plan is
Stealthy is the way to go.
All right.
Alright.
I'm not saying it's bad if you would need to attack him at any moment. I just want to be prepared for that eventuality.
So we're
I've
not
waited-
gonna fight him?
I've waited years for this. I can
Need a little longer.
stick it out.
I think we're definitely fighting, and
I
I think
agree.
it's just a matter of.
I agree with
how-
Lucky though. We need to. I mean, I was able to polymorph the Chimera last time, but I don't know if that'll work this time.
We can sneak up on them. That works better for me anyway.
Well, the other creatures that you saw there, did they look like they would put up a fight against us if the Chimera wasn't around?
Some of them were pretty heavily armored. Not all of them. Most of them were just workers with tools, but some of them did have lots of armor and looked pretty mean.
The ones going into
Does
the
anyone-
building they found in the ground.
Does anyone remember how Haru controlled the Chimera, or just
He just got on its
distracted
back
it?
and was like,
You
hit
would
you
know
in the
this.
head.
You would know this.
Oh, are you saying this in character?
Yeah, I'm saying this in
Oh,
character.
I'm so sorry.
I
I thought you just forgot.
Suddenly Lucky knows.
I'm sorry.
No, you're
Oh, no.
good.
From what I perceived, he just attempted to ride
He
it.
just rodeoed that sucker. It was awesome.
This is my kind of guy. I would like
Does
to
it?
meet
I
him.
mean, does it
hilarious.
take commands or?
Sorry you didn't get to meet him.
He's a good guy.
It'd be funny. It would have been funny if you guys fought.
I bet I could have taken him.
At best.
Did Kevin laugh and say that?
Yeah, that would have been hilarious.
Dude, Haru looted one time.
Valerian
like
kind of
he
like pats
beat
you on the
the shit
shoulder.
out of him.
That one.
Kevin.
It's kind of a reminiscent.
Yeah.
Aw, bros. Kevin, your brother, how similar are you guys?
In terms of what?
Like what you look like.
Power, maybe?
Weird. He's my twin.
Like
Do you guys sound the same?
Yeah.
Do you think you
More or
could
less.
command the Chimera if needed?
Canonically, like.
Thought bubble. Bloop, bloop, bloop.
That'd be freaking cool.
That's not a bad idea. I could try.
Pretty freaking
Okay.
idea. Can you message? Can you message a chimera? Is that
You can message anything that
Could-
understands
wait,
the language you speak.
question.
Speak with animals.
Can Emmy do it with minor illusion using Kevin's voice in
You
Draconic?
could certainly try.
What kind of... Were there only the bug creatures?
There was some other different races there. Some tieflings I saw, some orcs, but mostly these bug creatures.
Do you think it would be smart for us to disguise ourselves?
I do not think that would hurt one bit.
Are these big creatures? Cause I'm 6'4", he's 6'5".
Orcs are quite
5'3".
big.
They're like human size.
They're like
Jill,
He's really tall too. She's really small. I mean, we don't really mesh with normal human size.
Like your size.
We have a hat.
Joan slowly... Joan slowly pulls out the orange hat. There's something.
Like you
Huh.
and you and
We
you
also have-
might be able to be
We also
disguised.
have Pass Without a Trace.
I can get by unseen pretty okay.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
I have blue skin. I could probably use something.
I glow.
Yeah, that probably is a necessity as well. Yeah, I think a disguise might do us well.
Would you want to try turning yourself into some kind of orc woman?
Maybe once we're closer, because it only lasts an
It
hour.
only lasts an hour, but
Yeah.
if you'd like to keep this with you for now, you're more than welcome.
I don't think we should guess at what kind of creature to turn into? Cause
He just told us what we should.
Right, but he said they were bugs, not orcs.
Well, there's some tieflings and there's some orcs there. There's,
okay.
Yeah, there's not.
Okay, I missed that.
They're not all
Similar
creatures.
mix as like the army was, but it's mostly this Skethis race.
Well, let's get closer, and then you said don't you have a stealthy way of sneaking around as well? So how many people can you stealth around?
A group, right? At least 6.
There is a number of
Is
people
there a
past
number?
without a trace.
Ooh.
Might be 5.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yikes.
I'm thinking we don't have enough. Pretty sure.
You don't need to worry about me.
I mean, I do have.
It just says
I'm pretty
you and
stealthy
your
as well.
companions. That's
Great.
all it says.
All your friends.
Cool.
Down.
Within 30 feet of you, so we wouldn't be
Group
able to
hug.
like.
Cute.
Well, 30 feet.
I also-
30 feet. Yeah.
I also do
Jones
have
said-
invisibility.
Yes,
we
Joan.
could just do that.
Can Joan send Officer Tim at this point with the letter?
It just says each creature you choose within 30 feet of you. Doesn't give a specific number.
Your invisibility, is it,
Thank you, Tim.
how many people can you do?
Emmy, here's.
I'm
You are welcome.
there right now.
She bets him.
Wait, do you know where you're going?
There was no response,
He just went for it?
You didn't address him properly.
and he's gone.
That's awesome.
I love Sir Tim. I need to give him more
Sir
love.
Tim.
Yeah, I've been used to him being gone.
Oh, did we put in the letter? Well,
Oh wait! Oh no!
To address him as Sir Tim. Calliope can speak with animals.
oh, that's true.
They're still together.
Joan.
This one's double-sided.
It is double-sided. So, and one side's addressed to Calliope,
Well,
so.
this is what we could do. We could do your stealthy plan, and then Gigi can also turn people invisible, and we have your hat, so if something happens, in which case we don't seem to be as stealthy anymore, we can keep those things in reserve as a reactionary type.
I find
also
good
have
luck
my
with
cloak.
stealth.
She also has a cloak.
I also have a cloak.
Conversation. Well, I'll say at this point, you guys find there's actually like 2 decently sized like hills between that your ship can kind of fit in. It doesn't quite cover all of it, but like someone would have to kind of come looking in this area for it. If you wanted to leave it here.
Yeah, let's anchor down. And quick DM question.
Yes.
So it just says for the invisibility spell, a creature you touch becomes invisible until the spell ends. So is that I can just
You
touch...
can do yourself and another creature.
So what about if I cast it at a higher level?
It adds one person for every level.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's at the bottom, at higher levels.
So it just gives
At
me
3rd level or higher. So at
so
3rd level,
second
you
level
can
is just
do,
me and another person. 3rd level is
I
3
think
people.
2nd level is just you, and then 3rd level is. Because I would always cast it at 3rd level.
creature you touch becomes invisible. So it's just a creature you touch.
On the way.
When you you can either touch yourself or someone else. Level 2, level 3, boop boop, or boop
Yeah.
boop.
Okay, so review that. Sure, go ahead for it, John.
Kevin, do you think that Kyrie is still in Great Shire?
I don't know, maybe?
I was just told. Like a new rapier or something.
What she's doing is pulling. This is out of character. She's pulling a Taylor. Taylor does this all the time. It's like, wow, I like your cowboy hat. I wish I had one. And then she just gets it.
Joe getting a little flirty.
Don't we
wish
establish
I had a
Emmy has literally no
sword.
weapons?
No.
Does she have
I don't think you can
proficiency
use
in martial
swords
weapons?
well.
Yeah, you're
Not
druid,
long
right?
swords.
Does
It's
she
a
have
martial weapon.
proficiency in martial weapons?
Train.
Because all my
We
swords are
trained on the
martial.
ship. On the
You would have to take a
Outrageous.
feat.
Yeah, or another
Kevin,
class.
can you make swords?
I just don't know how this works. I just don't believe it.
Hey, you gave away the snake staff I gave you.
Do you think that when we
To someone who had no weapons. Trying to
Anyway.
do you think that when we dock in a town that has one, that you and I can work together on creating something?
As long as it's not made out of azomite, I think I can be arranged.
I'm also very helpful at, making stuff.
Oh yeah, that's true. She
Yeah.
can do that too.
I was gonna ask you, do you think you could make another earring?
If it's a different kind of magic than I'm familiar with, someone might have to help me or teach me. The darkness thing is that I've been around death my whole life, so I've kind of learned and studied that magic.
You might be able to make a new form of communication device that's not the earring or the ring.
Like a radio kind of thing, like actual technology kind of thing.
You
Just
could
something
certainly
that
try.
all 6 of us
Well, I
could
was
do.
thinking if Kevin knows message, I might be able to learn from Kevin about that kind of magic and then make a ring. So that's why I was saying something like, because I'm around someone who knows the spells,
If
then I can kind
only
of
we knew
learn.
someone.
We'll talk. We'll talk shop.
Okay.
Can you forge weapons on this ship?
No, because I don't have a forge on this ship because Gigi wouldn't let me because he said it was a fire hazard.
I'm glad
So-
you listened.
But if we go somewhere where there's a forge, I can use that. I can also melt small metals down, like what I did with the azonite. But I don't have a forge here.
Can you
Are
enchant?
you guys walking on foot now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's say that.
Okay, pass about a tray. Wait, are we there yet?
Whilst
Can
It'll take you a couple hours to walk there.
Oh, well then.
Can
And I
you
assume you
enchant?
guys water up and get.
Can I
supplies.
keep an eye out for any paraphernalia or anything man-made or anything out of the ordinary or?
Yes, make a
So-
perception check.
And are we doing this at night? Have we just did we
no,
decide on that?
we decided that it didn't matter.
Okay.
What you were saying?
14.
Can you enchant something that already exists?
And chimera too.
What do you mean?
Like my rapier.
Like, can I add properties to your rapier?
Mm-hmm.
I could tinker with it. I mean, if you wanted to lend it to me for a while, it might take some time because it's definitely very time consuming, but I might be able to figure something out with it. I was going down a list of people. I was trying to figure out stuff for different people, so I got you the grenade, so I was going to try and get another
Oh, no
Maximus Ultor
worries.
person, something else,
It's by no means expedient. I'd just be able to help more in battle.
Rapier,
Are you taking Kelsier with you?
Yeah.
Can we canonically have a little notebook that Lucky always has where she writes
You
down?
guys can have basic stuff like that, yeah.
Cool.
Like
Paper,
hairbrushes.
pen, not a single hairbrush.
Can we also say canonically, Emmy, anytime she travels, is sitting on the carpet as it's
Sure.
going like crisscross apples. She
I
hates
love that.
walking.
I love
She,
that.
The carpet works infinitely and can carry multiple people.
I know, it's great.
So if anyone else gets tired, they can hop on.
Can I hop on your carpet?
Sure.
Yes.
So you're on the ship.
I just like.
I'm on your ship. You're on my carpet.
Yeah.
Much better way to travel through the desert.
Everyone else is walking.
Suckers.
I don't have sand in my shoes. This is
I
awesome.
know, it's great. Flying's awesome.
So,
I do it as much as I can.
as you guys travel for the next few hours with your perception check, you do find a tattered white flag with 3 pink eyes on it. History check. You see it, I'll give you one more shot at this.
Card. Card.
It's a natural one.
Card.
Again!
How dare you taint my dice?
It would have had to be a crit to
Yeah,
outdo
more
the
than
natural
four.
How
one.
dare you taint my babies with your
Hey, you're
natural
just not
one?
supposed to,
It's okay, he
to
didn't
know
need
whatever
it.
I could have maybe
So-
said.
No, can I cut the white
Cut
cloth off?
the
Actually, no, it
check.
doesn't matter. Never mind. Actually, no, I want it. I want it. Can I cut
I've
it?
seen him in real life.
Do you want the whole flag or just want
Really?
to?
I'll take the whole flag,
That's
but I really want the white
how
cloth.
Sure, easy enough. Just do a little whip and it all flies down. You can tie it around your arm.
That sounds cool with the symbol out. Would that be cool?
No.
It's kind of a big symbol, unless you want to wear it as like a cape.
I want to wear it as a cape.
Right
That's
on.
dope.
You have a Paragon Assembly cape.
So, for those of you
Can-
who don't know, that's the sign for the Paragon Assembly, the big bad guys.
Can
Yeah.
Joan take her rapier
I'm disguised.
and
Anarchy! I'm Tigger.
Dex, if you wear that,
It's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah, he is disguised, I
What,
guess.
Joan? What?
nothing. Do what you want. I should never control what another person impulsively wants to do, and she keeps walking.
I couldn't control myself.
That's what you speak from experience, Joe.
Have Emmy make eye contact, like.
Over the next couple hours, you all travel through the desert. Sneakily? With Pass Without a Trace. Plus 10 stealth check, please.
Wait.
Did you cast Pass Without a Trace?
How long does it last? It
1
only
hour.
lasts an hour. I want to get closer.
Yeah, I'll say you saved it till you get kind of close.
Yeah.
This is where we are. Yes?
So are we
It's a group stealth check.
doing that
I
now?
got a natural 1.
Critical fail.
So are you doing that now, yeah?
Yeah.
But I usually get such fun stuff.
Oh, that's nice.
Was your hood up?
Hey,
It usually is. Yeah.
Advantage.
Okay.
24.
17.
22.
35.
21.
21. Dang it!
21. That would have been so cool.
Oh, my
So great.
You were looking at your Samir character sheet.
I was like, +5 and stealth.
bummer.
What? I'm sorry.
Oh, pain.
There's been so many horrific
Pain in my
moments.
heart.
There has been.
No.
+2. 15.
15. Y'all are stealthing. Plus 2, plus 10. Pass Without a Trace. Did you add the plus 10?
I rolled a 3.
Well, you guys are pretty stealthy, and eventually, with how you casted it, you and TJ recognize the two hills that kind of overlap.
Well, just beyond the hill is everything.
This is where we got a good look at things last time.
Question.
Yeah.
What's the slope like?
What's the rise
On the other side,
Yeah.
Fairly
pretty steep.
The hypotenuse.
But we could get a look at things in the morning up there if we want to.
It doesn't look natural, by the way. It seems they've done this for some specific reason. I'm not sure why.
Well, Gio,
Let's do
do you remember what we did as kids? Down that hill by the orphanage?
Sandboarding?
My dog.
Let's take a look first.
Okay, but we're sandboarding on the way out of here. For sure.
Heck yeah.
Did she just leave?
Maybe food got here or something.
At this hour.
But we're over.
or bathroom.
So are you guys going up the hill?
What time is it?
Game time.
Currently past noon at this point. So you woke up, traveled about an hour.
I keep forgetting it's during.
Let's do this.
So like actually probably around noon, like 1-ish.
Okay.
Let's get closer.
Anything you guys want to say or do before you approach the
So
Farallon excavation
Just
site?
to clarify, we're finding the stone and leaving.
How?
Or are we gonna fight?
One more question for you. How close are we to that thing in the middle? Would you give or take say?
It's a ways down. We had to make our.
It's pretty much at the end.
Yeah.
End of what?
What's the
valley.
priority here?
Valley? Okay, never mind. I'll wait till we get closer.
I would say the keystone is the priority, no?
We
Do you
can
know what the
always,
keystones look like? Okay, cool.
we can always split up too. I can take the carpet. Go.
Ooh.
I'm gonna use it.
And you guys keep watch.
I think that as much as I would love to take on my brother, that the Keystone is priority. In the grand scheme of things, Keystone is priority. If it happens, great.
We'll get
kill
him.
If not, I'll see him eventually. I always do.
We're right behind you.
So we're going for the keystones then. Well, we need to make our way down, and I mean, we were able to do it fairly stealthily.
Well, we made our way up, not down. I think that's the tricky part.
I have a carpet. I can take up to 400 pounds.
Yeah.
So if someone or multiple people want to stay here and keep watch while we go down, we can.
Never split.
The only thing with that is as soon as I'm out of 30 feet, you will be seen.
Let's just go.
So maybe if our invisible boys want to be invisible, and then we can take the carpet down.
Who's leading? Probably you, Gio, right? Make a perception check for me.
Oh, yikes. Yikers.
13.
13. In the distance, you see there are actually a couple of sand ships, some of the regular ones, going back and forth. You do see there is a larger ship approaching. Not quite yours, not like your people's, but bigger than the other ones. In the distance.
Did I see anybody like driving?
You have to get a better view as it kind of goes around the mountain into where that port area was that you were able to see once you climbed up.
Okay.
Well,
Do any of the rest of us see it?
You can point it out to him.
Dude, do you see anything?
I mean, again, you guys still haven't gone up to the lip of the hilltop if that's what you're going for. Most of this is built into the ground.
Can we do that and just like lay on top?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I want to do that.
As you stealthily approach, do you point out the ship?
yeah.
As you do, it's like there's like a larger base of a ship, and the rest is very similar to like the 3-tier sand ship, except for it's like 3 and then 5. It's just like bigger mega sand ship connected.
Mega.
And on the flags, you do see, instead of just white tattered flags, they are nicer flags. And on them there's a sigil of 3 eyes. And on the side of it, you see it open. All of you make perception checks to see what you can see. It's pretty far.
Who has the lowest perception?
You're all rolling.
No, I know, but who has the lowest?
I have a plus 1.
I have a +1, so just give it
You are.
It's a natural one.
Kevin, go ahead.
No.
Got a 5. I can't see jack
You see the
squat.
ship.
I'm
Natural
blind.
one.
Natural
18.
21.
21,
15.
15.
Natural one.
18 plus 9.
Leslie, Aaron, the originals,
Me?
Joan, Kevin,
That's
and
you.
Emmy. You see from the side of this ship kind of an opening, like a drawbridge on the side. And you see a couple of large guards, first, heavily armored. Some dragonborns and orcs, all very big people. And you also see, coming out of it, one of the large orcs has this chain, and dragging behind it, you see this bloody, bruised, beaten, purple tiefling.
Is it Lee?
It's Jen.
Just looks, can barely stand, getting pulled back, keeps falling over into the sand as he goes. And you see the Chimera come and land next to the ship as the rider dismounts and approaches. Again, this is all pretty far away, but it is still daylight. And you see another figure exit the ship. You see this tall elf woman in black leather armor
Oh, we don't like
Ow!
stepping out.
Don't tell me.
And amongst everyone else, people step aside for this person and bow their heads as Vivian Forges steps off the ship
Let's attack him. Let's attack him right now.
as the rider from the Chimera walks up to greet them. And that is where we're going to end today's session.
Oh! So we have to save Ched and we have to kill everyone else.
We're gonna let that man
Thank
die.
you all very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. We will see you, hopefully on time, next week. Same time, same place. Appreciate you all. Have a good night, everybody.
Bye, friends.
Goodbye!
Oh man.
Oh my goodness.